Here, MELLO-ROOM, baby. You already know, man. We back in the fucking effect. You see it? I got the white one on now today. We got in the building, of course, as usual, Mr. fucking Lucas. And over here to my left, I got Big Ooze.
What's up? What's up? What's up? We back in the building. You heard him.
Yeah,
MELLO-ROOM.
We got a couple people in here today with us to celebrate too. It's season 2, episode 1. New season, man, new shit. Before I even get into anything and name who's in the room, go subscribe to YouTube. Right now, we live on YouTube as well. So this is live Facebook and it's live YouTube.
Yeah, we've been telling y'all that for a minute. We were exercising that to y'all even during the off season, and now we back. And, you know, we are still going to exercise that to y'all because we still have the competition that's going to kick off. We still giving y'all the chance to win money. We still giving y'all the chance to win merchandise. Sounds like a win-win situation for the listener, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So definitely go log into the YouTube.
Sorry.
Rock with us.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's all right. We understand you're excited. It's going live. Don't worry about it.
I like to hear myself sometimes.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. You know, for the listener, that's just a little extra sound effect. You feel me?
Go subscribe to the fucking YouTube page. Like you said, man, you got an opportunity to win a game. It's the top 5 MC fantasy draft league. The way it works, since nobody wants to join, I'm gonna explain how this shit fucking works.
People be nervous.
Yeah.
I think you want to know something too. I was looking at this shit. I ain't gonna lie. I reviewed it. I knew it was one of them critical thinking moments.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in the bathroom and shit.
Yeah. Well, you sitting on the toilet, and you got shit to do.
I had a lot of time to review.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I was reviewing the shit. And I think it might be a little too technical for motherfuckers. I think we gotta simplify this shit.
All right, well, I'm about to explain it. It's really fucking simple. All you have to do is subscribe. But what you have to do
that may be the hard part for some people.
All you have to do is make sure that your YouTube is publicly shared so that I can see that you subscribe. Once you subscribe, I will send you. Ooh, damn, I'm busting mics and everything. I will send you an email, and then how this works is for the first 10 people are the first 10 teams. You are the team. You get to choose out of so many rappers that there is. Indeed. 5 rappers. There's a draft, so therefore you only get to pick one at a time. Mm-hmm. You cannot pick more than one. You cannot have the same rapper on a different team. So you can only pick one rapper. Every other team, if they pick your favorite guy, it looks like you need a new one.
I was gonna say, let me help you out because you sound like you tongue tied over.
Yeah,
you know, but like he was saying, basically the breakdown is it's almost like an NBA structure. How with the best record makes the playoffs, things like that of that nature. So with the 10 teams that we're looking at, basically we're gonna go through rounds. As we go through rounds, teams will win, teams will lose. Now, by the end of the season, whoever record looks good, we will be having a playoff competition. This playoff competition we will be having, it will be structured against team versus team. And I don't know exactly how we're going to do the win and loss structure, but somebody will be getting eliminated. So if your team ain't built for war, your ass will be going fishing shortly. Please believe me. Now, also, with it, we are going to be giving away money. We are going to be giving away merch. We got prizes.
Shirts on deck. I got sweatshirts. I got snapbacks.
We don't want to tell them everything.
No, they're going to buy my shit if they don't win it.
I mean, they're going to buy it regardless, but we're going to keep some shit a secret. You know what I mean? And we may
the merch is not going to be the T-shirt, the sweatshirt, or the fitted. It's going to be a special item that I come up with.
You plan on getting...
Yeah.
Okay.
But please, man, just go subscribe, guys. Go subscribe YouTube. We're live over there, too, so you can watch us right now as you subscribe.
Us out on there, too. You know what I mean? If you home watching TV, doing what you do, 9 times out of 10, your phone's right next to you. You scroll. So, you know, kick over and fuck with us. It's all good. Please. I'll pass it to you if I could, but bro want to get busy with
Word up. You just remind me. I'm over here smoking a cigar and shit.
Fucking with the tobacco. I left that alone. That was last season for me.
Last season?
Yeah, that was last season. I'm on a new season now. It's almost about to be a year, fellas.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we're going to have a good time. When that year come around, we're going to have a good time. I'm probably going to come in here with like a whole ounce and we're going to burn the whole bitch.
Hell yeah, man. Definitely when we come to an anniversary show, it's going to be the shit, yo. I already know. I'm sorry for the lagging. We are working on all technical shit for the new season. We have angles busting. We got all that type of shit.
We got a lot going on.
Look forward to new music coming, different guests. Just come and hang out with us in fucking Mellow Room, man. Today we actually got a guys that their company is called Juicy. And if I get this wrong, guys, please correct me because I'm the fucking worst at this shit.
It's all good. It's all good.
Their company's name is Juicy. They do a game. It's called Juicy Game Night.
Yes,
Juicy
I like
Game
that
Night.
name.
It's called Juicy Game Night, and they go around and they do like conventional style video games, like where you can go and win money in contests and stuff like
Kinda
that.
like what we trying to get you guys to subscribe to. They
Yeah,
hold
exactly.
these live. And
Yeah,
you can go there physically and get your game on.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like the name, by the way, Juicy Game Night.
Thank you. Appreciate
That's
it.
sick. You know, that may be very appealing for the ladies.
Hey.
I like that.
Hey, man.
That
Yeah,
rocks out.
It,
know
you
what
know,
I do.
it doesn't have nothing to do with Jim Jones's weed thing, right?
Hey, man, didn't he get called out by... All right,
Yeah,
let me
nah,
Let me
no.
not do
His
that right
is
now. I'm not going to do that to
His
y'all
is-
on
his is
the live
saucy.
stream.
Oh, it's saucy.
His is
It's
saucy.
saucy.
This is
Okay, I'm
Juice
sorry.
saucy.
Yeah, this is, you know,
Get the
it's saucy.
sauce.
This is juicy.
Now,
you know what I
look,
mean?
look. At least I ain't got those sweatpants on where the eye is splitting your ass crack. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
around the back.
Definitely.
Yeah, please don't make no pants.
Nah.
No, it's okay.
He
If
said
I do, I'll
if
put
you
it on
do,
the
it's going to
side.
be a
You might
control
get
on the
sued.
ass cheek.
You might
like
get-
it.
You might like
it.
it. Look,
It
you
might
never
be
know.
a controller on the ass, and you know,
Everybody got their own style.
the
You know
left
what
hand
I'm
will be the analog stick, the right hand will be, you know, you got to push the button.
So
Right.
if
Smash
so,
it.
if you
buttons,
would,
bro.
brother, go ahead and tell the people your name and all that.
Yeah, for sure. My name is Eris Whitaker. Some people call me Blackie.
You're not related to Forrest, right?
Nah, he got one T, I got two. In my
Okay.
last
He
name.
said last
Yo,
king
And
of
I
Scotland.
don't
With
have
the
the
dead eye.
I don't have the droopy eyelid syndrome, unfortunately.
Yo,
So-
That
did
shit
you
made him
know?
famous,
Did you know
man.
Forrest Whitaker had a brother?
Yeah, I did.
Yo, did you know he's an actor?
Yeah.
So we've watched movies with Forrest Whitaker's brother in it, thinking
what
it's
is it, a
Forrest.
twin?
His name is Matt or some
a
shit
twin
like
brother?
that.
They damn near twins.
Yo, he looks.
And he got the eye too?
Yeah, nah,
He's not a twin, but he don't
Nah,
got
he
the
ain't got
eye.
the
He don't
eye.
got the eye.
That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
Forrest Whitaker the
Yeah,
one
yeah,
pop
yeah.
because he got the
You
eye.
you gotta know how to check the eye. You
The
gotta-
eye wins Oscars.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
But
you good. You good. The eye wins Oscars, dog.
Tell me about it, Eris.
Oh, don't worry. I ain't gonna tell you. You can explain that yourself.
That's what's up. And we also have his partner from the company,
Yeah, for
Juicy.
sure.
My name is
Let's fuck-
Josh.
Yeah, he might not be
Raphael.
on camera. We don't have everything set up. They're
Yeah.
I'm in.
Oh, okay.
You
Introduce
good?
yourself,
You good?
brother.
My name is Joshua Raphael. A lot of people know me as Crow. A few people know me as Daddy. It all
That's
depends
what's up.
on when you met me.
I don't know him as
Depends on
daddy.
what game you played me in. You figured deal me.
Yeah, I don't know him as daddy. So
You know, and then in the background as well, you guys.
The man of the
we
man
throw
of the
company out
hour.
there a lot. Y'all see the gear. We rock it on every episode. There has been questions about it. He's back rocking out with us. Family of Ayers Prin. You know what I mean? Jose. What's going
say
on?
what's up,
family?
Jose.
Let's go. Jose.
You're
What's good, fam? You know what I mean? And he rocking out with us today as well. You know what I mean? So like I said, we got a lot going on in today's episode. We're not gonna we're not gonna push it towards music today. We're gonna do something different.
now we starting. Yo, this is the first episode, so you're gonna get just a bunch of bullshit for now. I need y'all to tune in and start liking and subscribing and fucking sharing, so I can give you more content.
And
more
I
shit.
actually I like where you were going with it because at the end of the day, y'all not getting bullshit from us. Y'all getting classic shit.
Word
So
up.
pay attention and listen the fuck up. Now, on that note, I would like to say we
No,
are
before you get
stepping
on that
away-
note, I want to do a sponsor note in the beginning.
Sure, shoot it out there.
All right, first off, and we already introduced the man, but sponsor of the hour is Ayers Printing. I don't have the logo will be up in the end in the outro of the show, so he got a website and all that shit. As the shows go along, I'll start popping them up more in the sponsor section. I also want to shout out I Crave Desserts.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. I'm
there's-
craving a dessert right now.
We're supposed to have the cookies. We're supposed to have the cookies. She told me she made me the cookies today. I don't think my wife brought them
They still sitting
home.
on the counter in the crib.
Yeah, over
In her
there.
crib.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
But we do, and I do have a little gift for the rest of you guys here made by I Craves. This is an offshoot of her business.
Okay.
But I do have some edibles on deck.
Nice.
But shout out to I Crave Dessert and
Big
Ayers
shout out
Printing.
to I Crave.
Big up to all of them. We love them guys, man. Thanks for doing all this shit for us.
Man.
And now back to your note.
Yeah, nah. Like I was gonna say, you know what I mean. Basically, we're not gonna really generalize today's episode on the music. We're actually gonna go into another form of art. We always say this is for the artist by artists.
Word up.
You know what I mean? And in today's realm of art in which we're stepping into with Juicy is the gaming world. Now, I want everybody to really pay attention to this because the gaming world has really opened up. It's transcended crazy. I ain't gonna give y'all my age. I ain't even about to do that.
Hey man,
shit.
you look 23, dog.
But
Okay.
I appreciate
That's
that.
that's it right there.
Nah, man, that just for man looking nice on you,
I
dog.
appreciate that. I was gonna fuck with it, but I heard it's giving people cancer, so it scared me.
Hey, look, bro.
I don't know what to do no
I don't know
more.
what's worse, that or the vaping
Or the
epidemic,
Beijing.
bro.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna fuck around with like some permanent marker or something.
And then he vaped.
Nah, man, they got that shampoo. Why that shit cause cancer too?
I don't know, but I'm staying
That's
away
probably
from
why I
all that
lost my
shit.
hair.
If
Shit.
it changes,
Boy, you know that's not why you lost your hair.
Just for men.
Nah, they
Just for men.
Yeah, you ain't been seeing that shit on TV. They got like
The
the
mesothelioma commercial.
Nah, I wanna see
Like
you
if you
going
have
with
used
the
just for
grass
men,
shit.
My
you have a
nigga.
lawsuit.
Hold on, my
This
nigga
shit with the
Morgan and
grass
Morgan is sponsoring these niggas, man. Like if you use just for
Niggas
men
is
within
liars,
the past
bro.
6
Oh,
months,
I'm about to go use that shit right now.
you may be exposed to some type.
Yo,
of
cut this
cancer.
feed, man. We all need to go watch the
If
Just
you
for
were a
Men
loved one.
and call Morgan and
Yeah,
Morgan and
my
shit.
nigga, that round up.
Sorry,
They got
y'all
shit out
wild
there
right
that's killing niggas, man. Shit is
Don't
real.
worry, I got you.
Yeah, shit real. But you know,
If
like
you
I
were
was
He
loved
said he
one.
got a little.
If you or a loved one have ever experienced mesothelioma, please hit us up on this hotline that we are not going to answer to.
yeah, please feel free to hit us. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I mean, like I was saying, man, we stepping into the art world of gaming. You know what I'm saying? And through time, gaming has transcended. It's gotten such a big market. It's not really looked at as a game anymore. I mean, when you think about it, it could be.
Nah,
a
it's
career.
turned into a business. You
It's
know,
a
they
business
got
overall.
people playing video games, and then you pay a subscription to watch them play the game and just talk.
Well,
Well, I
that's
mean-
just one aspect.
That's just one aspect of it, yo.
Because another aspect is, I remember being a kid and it was like, you know, shut the game off. You better go do your homework and all that. But in
Yeah.
today's world, the game can actually be your homework.
Now you know what's crazy.
You know
bro?
what I'm saying?
The kids be watching other kids play with toys instead of you playing with.
Yo.
toys.
Yeah, I seen
My
that.
son would watch that.
I seen that.
What's that shit called? Twitch or something
Like
like that?
zoned
Where you
out.
gonna put their face in there.
Zoned out, like
Dog. I'm
Zoned
talking
out on
about
the shit.
Going that in Minecraft.
I'm
He
surprised
be
my
on that
kids ain't
so
in the
heavy,
house
bro.
right now watching
Yeah,
it.
and I mean, like I said, even with the whole Minecraft wave, that's gaming. And, you know, like I was saying, with kids,
That
it's
shit is a sport, bro.
the sky's is the limit in that field. I do believe now
Yeah.
you can say that. You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? And
Well,
when you say it, you
I
can
think
mean
it has. I think in the future it's gonna get way bigger than what we think. Because if you think about this, right, we're getting into robotics and virtual reality. That's original video games already.
Bro,
Yeah.
some kid just won like $6 million. I may be wrong because I don't follow this, but like $6 million or $3 million for playing some video game, and he's like 16 years old.
Fortnite.
Yeah, it was.
Is that what it was?
that's
Fortnite?
Yeah,
the
it
game.
was Fortnite, and the first place winner got $6 million off.
$6 million, bro.
Crazy.
Look at
No,
that.
well, I think the future is
coulda
coming
got
to
6 mil
video
off Madden
That
gaming.
kid just
99.
won more money than a lot of people who's going to make in their
I
whole
think
life.
the future is going to be completely video gaming. We're talking about autonomous vehicles. We're talking about autonomous everything that needs to be remote controlled. It needs to have a person viewer. That's just like playing a video game.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, you got virtual reality that's going to blow up where, you know, we're going to be here talking to somebody in another room virtually.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, so that's all video gaming. It's all has to do with graphics. It all has to do with
That's a whole
computing
fact.
and all
Starts
that crap.
here.
I'm not into that shit, but
No, it's all
I
good.
think the future is like totally 95% gonna be that.
That's the whole fact.
Well, it was three. Yeah, it was 3
3
million.
million.
So the reason, my bad,
Yeah, 3 million on the Fortnite world.
it was
Yeah,
watched by over
That's
6
still
million
more money than
people.
a lot of people. That's more money than a
that was the
handful
end
of people
event.
gonna
They
make in
did-
their
they did
lifetime.
Some kind of end event.
Yeah.
Josh actually showed it to me the other day. And I guess they did some kind of climactic fucking end to.
Oh, them
whatever.
shutting down their
Yeah.
servers
I
for the
have
new
this
season.
crazy theory, and you're gonna learn about conspiracy Mike. Sometimes he shows up, right?
Yo,
But-
that's an awkward dude. He's cool as shit, but he's an awkward dude.
But check this out, right? This is something you got to look into life about, right? All right, so schooling is a big thing in America, right? Like training, I should say, because it's not fucking schooling. They tell you can be whatever in a year. It's
So-
training. But look at what was the last big splurge of training? Nursing, right?
It still is a sport.
It still is a
actually,
big spurt, but
stop.
before that, there was technology. A lot of people started becoming
Yeah,
computer
computer
fixers.
programming.
And,
Computer sciences. And
all right,
programming.
what is big now? not just the computer, the gaming part. They're building technological buildings or whatever you want to technology buildings down the way, cities, just geared to teach people how to be more technology. I can't say the fucking word.
Technologically advanced.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool
so that's a big training thing. So you have to look at that. Whenever that shit happens, like the nursing, we went to war after they pushed training in nursing. You know why? Because they needed more people to take care of the dead people and fucked up people that was coming back home.
Nobody take care of dead
well, you know what I mean.
He said we about to have a cyber war though, and they need people
when they
to fix
did
the robots
the
and shit
computer
when they come back
engineering,
fucked up.
when they wanted everybody to be computer engineering, they was giving it away. Like be one in 6 months online here over there. Look what happened.
Technical certifications.
We blew up like everything started. The iPhone 11 with 4 cameras on and all that crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like. I follow a trend. If you see what they offer through schooling,
monkey see, monkey do.
That's what's coming in the future as a big thing that's going to blow up.
And I think as a society,
they took away the analog clocks in schools, bro.
Yeah.
So kids don't even know how to read a
Wait,
clock.
what? No way. They took away analog clocks?
Yeah, man, that's crazy. And I know that because at the gym when they train all these younger kids, they don't know how to read a clock, man.
That's crazy.
Apparently, I'm not saying that everything nationally did it.
No.
But there's a lot of schools.
No, but that's how it starts.
Because everybody got a phone. Everybody got the digital.
And I mean,
you can just look at it. It's gonna tell you it's 7:45.
In today's world, we are being pushed to follow. When you think about it, everything that's appealing to the eye has the attachment. Follow.
Wake up, sheep.
I don't know, man.
That's
this analog clock telling me that it's kind of time to make sure we gotta wake up.
And you fall into a different class though of the, I guess we would call it the millennial.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You fall into a different class.
No.
We're actually technically
we fall
Gen
in
Z.
the fucking millennial shit.
I mean, I know we do, but we fall in
Unfucking fortunately,
it's kind of hard
we do.
with us because we just meet that proximity.
But we had the ill era.
No, we're the
though.
beginning. It's
Exactly, that's what I'm
from
saying.
80. Well, I'm the beginning. It's from 83 to 96.
Yeah, we just
But,
need it.
Right?
but we had the ill era, bro.
98.
because-
98 starts Gen Z.
But we had the ill era because we saw everything before phones and after phones. And we
That's
were still,
what I be telling
and we
Big
were still
Ooze.
young enough to understand, so it's not like we was older, like, oh shit.
That's
How
why
you
I say-
how you text, you know what I mean?
That's why I say the people our age, like, got the most advantage.
No, straight up.
But the problem is, we were taught not to use our advantage because we were taught to work hard. We
taught
didn't
to follow.
Yeah, the kids under us
Or be
learned
leaders.
how to use this. The people before us worked
Now,
to the
and most
bone.
people from our generation and grew up how we grew up, we don't do the trend thing. We'll stay away from it on purpose, so it
Yeah.
hurts us in this.
Those are your couple leaders.
Yeah.
It'll
That's where you
hurt.
find
It'll
your
hurt
leaders.
us.
So
down
I
because
tell everybody
we'll
my-
purposely not do something.
Yeah. We'll be
just
like, we
because
know how
the
to do
next
that shit,
because
but
the
fuck
next
it.
nigga doing it's like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna do my.
But
I'ma
that
go
was
over
our
here.
generation, though.
Yeah.
Now, like
That
we
was
were
like
saying,
hip-hop,
'cause we
my
don't want to
bad.
get too
Facts,
lost.
facts.
You know, like we were saying, technology has took us into a new era and a whole new day. Funny thing about that area where you're talking about down the way that's getting built,
Yeah.
that shit is built to run off of its own existence, its own structural existence.
Naturally, what is it called? Self-sufficient.
Self-sufficient. Its
Self-sufficient.
own structural existence is generally there to function.
I'm trying to build my house like
Meaning that the walls to that place are actually solar panels.
Correct.
So that place generally pulls its own energy
Nice.
constantly.
I like that.
Creating
I
its
like
own
that.
lights.
I don't know
and
why
all
we
that shit.
haven't been doing this.
You know what I'm saying? I had seen that shit when I went over
Because
there.
it's expensive as hell to get it on.
Hell yeah.
No,
And
it's
they
not.
want
But
your
it
money.
helps you. It helps you in the long run. But if you ain't, it's just like if you're gonna buy a
Solar
car, right?
power.
You remember what the dude from next Friday? He said, "Fuck, if you can finance it, you can afford it."
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Most people live
Well, that's
like that.
the problem.
Most people go to the dealer and go, "Hey, you know what? I don't give a fuck what the monthly payment is because I can take care of that, but I can't come up with that $4,000 off top." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
well, that's
a
that's
whole
what the
fact.
problem is. And not to throw you off, but I have one question for humanity that fucks people's heads up all the time. You know, we go for like, the finance because I can afford it. And that's how shit gets expensive.
Facts.
But if everything was free, every fucking single thing in the world was free,
I like this question.
would you still get up and go do your job?
No.
Whether you're a
Of course
fucking guy that
I love
pumps the
this
gas,
question.
well, guess what? We can't do it then.
Yep.
No, but
That's-
that's why you have cops.
What?
No, cops wouldn't go to work
Imagine
That's
either.
what I'm
Cops wouldn't
saying
go to
though. What
work
I'm saying
either.
though, it's the same situation as why there is crime because
Oh,
if you let people
yeah.
fucking, if you tell everybody ain't no rules,
The
most people
positive
probably
to the
won't do
negative.
shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Well, that's what I always end
Because you
people's.
don't have that malice. It
I always
doesn't
try to
exist.
end people's arguments about like how they think like it should be like this, it should be like that.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, well, listen, if everything was free, would you get up tomorrow and go work at the gas station like you do?
It doesn't
You don't.
work.
Your bills are paid. Your house is there. The lights are on. But somebody got to be there. So when you go to the gas station and buy
It's
something,
functioning.
somebody's there is functioning.
It honestly doesn't work because if you look at throughout history, every time somebody's tried to create a utopian community,
Because
It's a
fucking
fucking
people
fact.
are
It just
lazy.
implodes on itself.
Because people are fucking lazy. The majority of people will not get up. Look, do we get paid for this, Ray?
No, there's
No,
niggas
no,
that
You
don't
feel me?
get up.
Doing
But we come and do it because this is what we like to fucking do.
There's niggas that
So
don't
if
get
I
up
was
and
get,
get paid.
That's true.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you know, so it's a fucked up thing, you know, and then we get into the finance and the shit, and then you know,
let me ask the guys at Juicy. Would you guys wake up and do what you do if you weren't getting paid for it?
We did that for the first 2 years.
That's a fact, though.
Yeah.
but see, that's what I,
I
love
think
about
every
shit.
company has has that process. Any self-starting company.
We still
That's the hard part.
We're still going
Yeah.
through. It's called growing pains for a reason, right? Like,
But would you have
Definitely.
gone to the job, your full time job that you were doing while you were building this?
absolutely not.
Yeah, that's
see,
the difference.
I'd be focusing
That's
everything
the-
on
yeah,
Juicy,
that's the
bro.
It's
key.
true though, but like the reason why I do the side hustle, which is my job, is to because of the fact that I'll be able to financially support my dream.
Yeah.
Right.
If the dream was free, then I wouldn't be doing the
Exactly.
job. It's just that
Exactly.
simple.
Whole
And
fact.
that's what my point is about everything. Like as a human, in your mental, in your mind, as a person, you gotta look inside yourself. Really, that's how you would change shit.
Yeah.
Is every person have to look into themselves and be like, well, you know what? I like fighting fires. I'm gonna just go be a fireman. Like I'm not getting paid. My house is here. All that shit's there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
because it's
saying?
a hobby that you're going to turn into a passion, and then that just makes its own way.
Yeah. My father to get out of motherfucker.
Yeah, now, so we're not taking away, and I'm glad you did chime in on the conversation. But definitely tell us about you guys. You know, let us know a little bit about Juicy.
And what you do.
Yeah, for sure. So we started off. It was three of us: me, Josh, and our friend Alex, who's actually running one of the events right now.
We love you, Alex.
Shout out the event.
But yeah,
see,
man.
he works
Juicy
hard.
Game Night.
Yeah,
Buffalo Wild
Twitch.tv
Wings.
/Juicy Game Night, or any of the social media. We got it on Twitter.
So there's
Instagram.
another partner.
Yeah, there's three of us. Yeah, and he's holding down the fort right now. So.
And where's the event at?
It's hosted over at the Buffalo Wild Wings across from SeaWorld on a weekly basis, but we
Nice.
actually just transitioned into a new venue for our large-scale events, which are called our monthlies. Of course, once a month. But it's hosted over at the Hilton Garden Inn across from SeaWorld.
Dope.
And for the weekly events, we host them for about 20 to 40 people a week.
It's
And
still got
then
that stinging
for
lag.
monthly events, we actually just hit a new record of over
I think it's
300.
because of the.
Wow, that's dope, man. And it's
Multiple
set up
cameras.
basically to where it's come in and
Come in, pay a little.
competition style.
Exactly, yeah. So you get that which is one of the most important things, and we can talk about that too. One of the most important aspects of being a competitive tournament player is having the ability to play offline. People playing online is good because it gives you that exposure to different communities, and sometimes you'll be. Oops, I got you. Sometimes you'll have that point where you're like, you know what, I want to try to get myself exposed into something else, or you want to see how the world functions in terms of like you want to base off your competitive level against everybody else, which is definitely what online can do. But at the same time, it's not the same as offline competition, and that's what people need in order to be able to survive when it comes to the real competitive environments for the nationals and worldwide events that we help out at too.
Definitely.
There's been very little, or how we should put it, very rare cases of people who play online who do very
On the
successful
bottom of the
offline.
screen on the right, it tells
I
you
mean,
the
that's
time.
actually cool because that brings people together as well.
Absolutely.
I think through one thing we have lost out on with the advancement of technology and games and all that is just the camaraderie.
Social skills.
Yeah, definitely. Seeing a person and being able to make a friend or however it goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a pros and cons situation. And, like for example, like online, you'll be able to participate in as many online tournaments as you want, right? But then you're stuck at home.
Yeah.
And sure, you can communicate with your online friends, but at the same time, though, it's not going to
Sometimes
be
you gotta get the hell out of the house.
Yeah,
man.
sometimes you got to get out the house, escape the AC for a little, go somewhere else,
Yeah,
sit
that's a whole
down,
fact.
train, and be able to learn something new because there's two totally different environments. Contrary to belief,
get that tournament experience.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like people are just like, yo, like I'm super good online, bro. I'm one of the best online
because they're home by themselves with nobody breathing on their neck.
Exactly.
It's like being the greatest basketball player when
they
you're
butt ass naked with their dick in their hand. Like
I'm the greatest basketball player on 2K. Yeah, but you know, like that's the thing though. One of the
getting it on the 2K.
Every once in a while, I do.
2K.
Oh, that sounds like he just busting people's asses.
What's up,
He said every once in a while I get on there and whoop a nigga's ass and
anime character
and then go play some real shit.
Jose actually had a question. It was actually, is there like are there specific games that the competitions intake to?
Oh yeah, sorry. So like when it comes to those competitions, they're split into different groups. We do fighting games mainly. So for example, like Dragon Ball Fighters, Tekken 7, Mortal Kombat. We used to host up Injustice.
He named some classics.
Street Fighter.
My shit. I
Street
love
Fighter.
Tekken.
We actually speaking of Street Fighter, I'm not sure if you guys remember. Probably saw Third Strike in the arcades, right? So we actually just got entered into what's called the Jazzy Circuit. So it features Third Strike as a main game for a circuit. And now people can play that game for prize money on the PS4. Ain't that crazy?
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like but some of those retro games are being brought back.
Yeah.
You know, like for example, like the Street Fighter 30th anniversary collection. So the games that bring back those retro games, those games are now being put back into circulation again and again and again. Wow. And to answer Jose's question, there's also first-person shooters, so Call of Duty, and then you also have the larger scale ones like Fortnite. You know, you have Six Siege, Apex Legends. All these games are split into different categories.
Apex. It's just so damn like high paced. Like it just fucking everything just moves so fucking fast.
You're just too slow, Ray. That's
You're
why.
Slow kid.
Yeah, but you know, like it's games like those that test your reactions as a human being. Though, like it's really putting people on that. I mean, if you really think that that's fast, I mean, you should see people when they play Super Smash Bros. Melee. They're putting in 6 inputs.
I tried. I can't do it.
Nah, think about it.
This is a way bigger step than when your mom used to be like, "Stop playing that fucking video game, or you're gonna be fucking."
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like I'm blown away, and like it's funny because like how life comes full circle. You know what I'm saying? Like a while ago, you know what I'm saying, and I want to say this is about like February. This was like around an episode we shot in February. I had a conversation, and we had a conversation on a podcast open there because my brother, this was around his birthday, and he had wanted a PC.
Yeah.
And we got him the PC, and now, like, it's a whole nother world when you walk in his room.
PC game, he's a real gamer.
He's PC. He got the PC. He got his console right here. He got a keyboard right here.
Yeah.
Like he can go all
like
across
a spaceship
the board with
and
you,
shit.
literally.
I'll give you a little history.
We're teaching people how to fly spaceships. Right?
Yeah. Hey, look. Speaking of spaceships, I actually used to play a game called StarCraft.
Shout out to Space Chicks, by the way.
That was made by Blizzard. I did.
Look, they probably know if I tell them
StarCraft
the red
2
chick from fucking.
Wow.
And sometimes like
what's that movie called?
I think my highest input rate per minute was 900. So on the keyboard, I was hitting the keystrokes on the keyboard 900 times per minute.
Fuck that.
When I was no-lifing the shit out of
Can
that
you type
game.
like that?
I can. You want to see?
Type 75.
Nah, I don't want to see you type.
And you see, that is the
like
crossover.
coherent letters
and
and
that's
shit?
where
He said coherent
I think
letters.
that's where if it's
Incoherent
marketed
letters.
to people and if it's
Go on.
actually
That
brought to
JFK and
people's attention,
GWB.
that's where they would find the silver lining between kids playing games and how it can effectively help them.
Yeah,
You know, in a work field or work world. You know what I mean?
You know, even though it's like hotkeys, like we were discussing earlier with the extreme section stuff. Like for example, you know, there's people that have had to train, but then also they need to condition themselves properly to make sure that they take care of themselves.
Fingers,
which is one of the things that people usually get swept under the radar.
Like
yeah, exactly. Maintenance. You have to take care of yourself.
So
Yeah,
they go get
a
like
boxer's not going to be a great.
so they go get manicures and hand massages.
They be in the
and all
gym.
that
They
shit.
be in the gym like this.
Look, it's a craft. It's
They
just
walk
like
in the spot.
anything
Ling
else.
Ling, he rubbed me down. Only the right hand
Yeah.
today. I
Hey,
was
but
going
it's just
hard.
like
Yo,
anything
yeah,
else.
that's
It's a
what we
craft.
should invent,
So if
yo.
That's your craft. You gotta
That's
work
what
the
we
tools
should
that work your
invent.
craft. You know
A
what I mean?
fucking workout
That's a whole
tool.
fact.
A
That's a whole
workout
fact.
I got a
set
good
for
question.
fingers.
Can you drink beer while you're a Buffalo Wild
Nah,
Wing?
we need like weight dumbbells and
Playing
shit.
whatever.
Like,
Partaking in this competition.
Yeah. And you know, like one of the things that's crazy that some events actually do offer like hand massages and stuff to make sure that the players are taking care of themselves. I remember Come to Papa did that last year, right? Or like a couple years ago. They had hand massages for like a minute or two, up to 3 minutes. Like people just massaging their hands to prevent carpal tunnel.
Damn, that make me wish I'd have just continued playing video games on my
That
life.
shit is lagging.
You know,
fucking
but-
bad as hell.
Yeah.
Grind though.
And so
These
like
guys are
one of the things that's even crazier, right, is that like for example, Super Smash Bros. Melee, you guys probably played it on GameCube. It came out like over 15 years ago.
Yeah, it's funny because that's when it was relevant.
Yeah.
So,
You know, like,
Oh, fuck.
it's still relevant
Shit make
now.
you feel old and shit.
It's
I know,
not.
that's why I said, "Oh fuck!" I wasn't gonna go no further, but
Nah,
thank you.
nah, it's
Spitting it out.
it's still one of the most popular games of all time. People still play that game competitively.
Still
getting-
Professionals actually put in 6 inputs a second for that game.
Explain that to the people who don't
So, for
understand.
example, like when you're playing on the GameCube controller for that game, professionals are pressing the button 6 times within a second.
Yeah, in a combinational code.
A combination.
Okay,
just to
I
get their
get you. I
combos
get
up.
what you're saying.
Did you know that?
That's
I did.
crazy.
Yeah.
shit.
Isn't that crazy?
Now
Think
you-
about that.
Yeah, and it's a bug.
Yeah.
That's
So like
just,
some people just have that instinct.
Yeah, I
in
can't do
order to
that
be able
shit.
to do
repetition and
I
programming.
used to
of
suck
mind.
doing combo moves in video games.
And they have
Yeah.
that as muscle memory.
Like I could back in the days, I could
Which it
never
is.
do the fatalities on Mortal
It's
Kombat.
funny because, like he said, they have that as muscle memory, which
That's-
that in all actuality is muscle
And
memory.
that's why chicks are feeling the gamers nowadays because they got that ill finger.
He said, "Man, I was the
They
top
in-
fingerer."
they be in there like,
Look, I had PlayStation,
All I remember is
Dreamcast,
back for
Sega,
ABBA.
and all them shits. I was the
don't
number
know
one
what that
fingerer,
is?
man. You don't know nothing about
Now
that.
hold up.
Hold on, man.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story.
Fingering.
This nigga's a cheater, right?
Fingering.
He can't say nothing. So we
I
used
called out on
yo.
cheating.
So peep game, right? My fault. I was doing something.
Nah,
else.
you
I wasn't
good.
caught up
That's
in
the
the
number
combo.
one
My
gamer.
fault. But people that game, y'all gonna understand this. This nigga's a cheater, right? So let me tell y'all something.
He already threw out the
This
accusation.
inside
Yeah.
information right here. He know what I'm talking about. So we used to, when PlayStation came out, we used to play the NBA Live joint, right?
Oh,
So we
okay.
got busy, and then I had an apartment. I was like 17, bro. I had an apartment in Boggy Creek. So we used to get busy, and we bought that little the joint where you can hook up 5 controllers at a time, right?
Yeah.
So everybody created a player.
Oh, so
and
you
then we
be
all
like-
played a team. So to this day, bro, I don't give a fuck if we're playing 2K20.
That nigga
Everybody.
everybody.
Nah. That's
Nigga
what that's,
just-
how you know that shit. That's
Telling you,
exactly
son.
what this nigga is, man. This
Ah,
dude
'cause
would
that's-
slide.
Yo, that's all
Tricks to
you,
the trade, man.
I don't know how he
Yeah.
learned that shit. He wouldn't tell
So
nobody the
much.
trick.
son. Well,
I'm
how?
talking.
Yo, he would've hated us.
I'll be in like a charge finish and sliding all over the damn
Yo, he
court.
would have hated us in apartment G.
It was
Oh,
all
yeah.
offensive. It was all offensive foul. Offensive foul. Like, dog, get the
My
fuck
nigga.
out of
Hey,
here.
look. Let me tell you something. This man just exposed you for doing the Cupid shuffle on the NBA.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
He said slide to the left.
I was winning.
Offensive foul.
No.
Hey,
I was
look,
winning.
You do what you got to do.
Hey, listen.
Yo.
Niggas be fouled out by
That's my
halftime.
trick, too, though.
Word? I never knew how to
Yo,
do it.
listen.
Never tell nobody
Listen.
how to do it.
If I catch you in transition and I'm down court, yo, you definitely
Listen.
catching a
Dog, but
Yo,
he
it's-
did, though.
Yeah, it's there's certain.
My nigga will- hey, my
There
nigga
used to be
will
like
move
certain
off the whole
glitches in the
time.
basketball games that if you did, it worked. Like in fucking 2K, what year was it? If you press one button, that nigga automatically did the bounce circle and dunk shit. Yo, you
keep
do
it
it on
100.
anytime you was if
Keep
you
it 100.
press this
The thing
shit,
was,
nigga,
he never
you be
told
like,
nobody how to do it. Everybody was like, dog, how you do
you
that?
like, what the
And he
fuck,
would slide.
man?
I'm gonna keep it
He
100,
slide the whole
and I'm gonna
time.
tell y'all some shit. And to the listeners, to the viewers, thank you for rocking out with us. We do appreciate y'all. I'm about to tell y'all.
Yo,
some personal
Mellow Room,
shit.
man,
Y'all
it's
about
how I
to
go
find out
down,
some shit about me.
motherfuckers.
Now, see, this is how you know I was on my gaming shit at one point in my life. You know what I'm saying? My nigga,
Nah,
the name
listen,
Uzi came
playing
from a video
sports
game.
games, playing
Yeah.
sports games does not count.
Yo,
No,
the
check this out.
name Big
The
Ooze
name-
came
my
from us
name
playing video
actually
games
came from me playing video
and a
games.
song that was out
The
at the
name
time.
of the song.
So it had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Nah. Hell no.
No, the original name is Big
You said the
Uzi.
secret of the
Yeah,
ooze.
yeah, I know,
You
and
know
that's
the
cool,
secret
and that's
of
cool, and I can
the
actually use that. I will use that at some point in my life. Trust me.
Secret of
But
the Ooze. That sounds like a
It
mixtape right
actually
there.
came
son.
because we used to play. I forgot what 2K it was, but we used to go to my nigga crib and play, and it was
Yeah,
like
Iverson on the cover.
nah, it was like
Nah, this was
it
like
Kobe?
5 years ago.
It probably went with Kobe, you
Like
know
4
what
or
I'm
5 years
Oh,
ago.
2K8?
But one of the motherfuckers. But
It has to be 2K8.
we used to play it on
That's what
Xbox,
Kobe
and you know how on Xbox you could play your music while you playing the game.
Yeah.
So my nigga used to play this. He used to play his playlist, and when he would play his playlist, it was this track that used to come on, and the track was a joint by Rick
Rick
Ross
Ross.
and T-Pain. That it,
Oh wait.
I don't think it was ever. I don't think it was like a track that was ever.
Oh, it was
finished.
more than 5 years ago. We
You know
that
what I'm
shit.
saying? Yeah, I don't think it was a track that was ever finished. It's called like That's How We Do It or some shit like that. But anyway,
I think they confirmed that at the BET Awards recently.
yes,
too. Yeah.
they actually did.
Yeah.
So with this shit,
I pay attention.
there's a point where it be like Big Uzi. I got the Big Uzi. But
He
regardless
said
of
they
it,
call me Big Uzi. I got the
Yeah.
little Uzi and shit.
regardless of it, when that track would come on, I used to always pick the Lakers and play with Kobe. My nigga, when that track would come on, I
He
could put
would
up
be
80
balling on
points in
niggas and
a
shit.
quarter.
Yeah,
And
that
it
shit
was
used to
on.
be funny.
Yo, I swear, with that song and Kobe, son, it was something, son. Like I could literally, I'd win a game in a quarter with that song and Kobe. Like it was crazy,
No,
son.
this nigga used to get everybody
He used
mad.
to
I'm
cheat.
still hot about
He
that.
used to
Doing
cheat.
that, I used to get niggas mad too.
20 years later, I'm still hot about that.
I got a question for you.
He used to cheat. He used to cheat with that Kobe shit,
Alright,
nigga.
what's
Said
your
like
question?
Nick Cannon, I be cheating.
Oh my God. Hold on, this man got a question
I
for
got
me.
a question for the gentleman with
Yeah.
the juicies. Is what is the most popular game that people show up for? Like what is the game?
It's got to be either Super Smash Brothers Ultimate
Yep.
or Tekken.
Or Tekken.
Right
Oh,
now,
really?
So people are showing up for
Tekken's a classic.
Dude,
Tekken
Tekken's
right
the
now
shit.
is on
But,
the
like, I'm
rise
lost in
here in
Tekken,
Central
People
right?
used to
Florida.
skip school to play Tekken.
I don't remember what year I stopped playing Tekken, but they had Harong in it. Harong.
He's
however
still
you say
there?
his name.
Huarong? Yeah,
Huarong.
he's still Tekken 7. He's still
He's still there.
the Taekwondo
Does he still
game.
do them crazy kick
Damn
moves?
right.
Yes, he does.
Oh, son.
And he still does
That's my
nice
fucking
damage.
favorite
And it's
game,
still
son.
bullshit.
He
Yeah.
said it's still bullshit.
He's-
Cause
It
his
is,
combos-
'cause it's
his
crazy,
combos
right?
don't
It's
stop.
all over the place. He's
Mike
got
said,
like
"I'ma
8
pick-
stances.
I've never played Tekken in my life.
Nah, yo, Tekken
that
is
shit, son.
Tekken is probably
And I was around
in
people
my
that used to skip school.
in my
to play-
version
So
of
you
real
were skipping
fighting. Tekken is the best.
Oh, you know, that's a different,
Yo,
that's a different podcast.
keep it 100. We was skipping school on some for real shit.
Listen, we used to skip school to play Super Street Fighter Alpha
My goodness.
on the PlayStation.
Check this out. My nigga used to have a Toyota.
Nah, I'm a
Tercel.
racing game guy.
Yo,
back
it
then.
used to be like six niggas and 2 girls in the Toyota Tercel. We be getting out that shit.
That was a long time ago.
It
Long
be
time
niggas
ago.
getting out the trunk, out the windows, everywhere. Like that shit was crazy.
So
son.
we used to eat
Skip
toes.
cruise.
So we used to put one of my mans in the trunk,
Yeah,
so we can open the trunk and he can hide the license plate. Oh, hold up.
That's a whole
And
fact,
everybody-
son. Yeah, that's a whole.
You giving out the
fact,
seat?
man.
Yo, statute of limitations up, B.
Yeah, skip cruise, man. It's a whole fact. We used to do that, man. And games were definitely a part of all that shit. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yo, I ain't gonna front, yo. I think Tekken is probably one of the best fighting games there is.
It's
No,
so
it
good.
is.
Yo, son,
It is.
So
yo,
good.
if you learn all the
It still
fucking
is. Is it
things
better
of
than Street
Tekken,
Fighter, though?
yo,
Is it
Ed,
better than Fight Night?
was
Right
Steve,
now?
right? Steve
Yeah.
is the boxer, right?
It's what, yeah, it's better than
Steve,
Street
yes.
Fighter.
Steve used
Steve
to have a
Fox.
combo that you press a couple
A lot of
combos
people-
and just hit back and forth, and all he do is just keep punching you like boom, 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 and you can't get out of that
He's
shit,
actually the
son.
most popular.
I'm
Yeah. Actually, so go ahead, Josh. You were
My
saying
bad.
about Tekken real quick.
Oh
I
yeah,
got
no,
excited.
Uzi was just asking me about if it was more popular than Street Fighter. I'm like, right now it is.
It is right now.
100%.
Yes. It definitely is.
Street
So
Fighter's
like,
lost its touch, unfortunately.
yeah. One of the things that is crazy about how the scene has been evolving recently is that more of those big franchising games are giving events like ours opportunities to be able to showcase local talent. And I'll explain to you, and I'll explain that in just a second. So so Bandai Namco, the guys that publish Tekken, and also the guys who also develop Tekken like in the studio too, they developed what's called the Tekken World Tour.
yeah, I've heard about that.
Which
shit.
allows locals like, ooh,
That's like we're talking about just national players now, like just like national players.
You guys
participating
involved
everywhere.
in that at
Yes,
all?
we are.
Okay, cool.
I'll explain that in just a second too. So like they allow all the people worldwide to be able to participate in online
legit
tournaments and also like in the
Tekken.
National World Tour tournaments where they get like $10,000 pot bonuses in them, $5,000 to $10,000 easy. Now they just implemented a system recently where it's called Tekken World Tour Dojo events, where locals events like ours can be able to allow local players to be able to gain points on that worldwide scale. And so depending on how many entrants we get, depending on how many entrants we have for that event, people can get a certain number of points. So for example, like one of the guys that two people that are very well known in our area is called Cody and NG Obscure. They've actually gained over nearly 200 points for the World Tour because they came simply to our events.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that also placed them on the leaderboard for the top 20, obscure mainly.
Yeah, and I actually like it because when you pay attention to the wording of each event, it actually runs it on like a martial arts structure. You know what I mean? And even like you said with a dojo, you know, a dojo is a more private setting.
Yeah, there's dojos, challenger events, and then also masters and master plus.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's kind of like a martial arts structure of how they run their systems and their tournaments.
Exactly.
That's actually really dope.
And so like what we try to do is like we want to make it as appetizing as possible for players to come out, because you know we don't want it to just be like a regular tournament. We want people to showcase what they can do. And like for example, like for the large scale tournament we had nearly 500 viewers on Twitch concurrent. So everybody was live streaming that event right then and there.
One of your events was being
nearly 500 people.
Nice.
For just Tekken. That's not including Smash Bros. Nothing.
And we had three streams going on that.
Three
day.
streams going on simultaneously. Over 100 Smash players during that for that monthly.
Did anybody drop any coins?
Yeah,
all the time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, some people drop coin all the time. So and like
No, I explain that just for people who don't know what it is to drop coin.
So there's two ways of dropping coins. So you got the arcade style, you know, like getting your turn in line. But then for like, are you talking about like for pod bonuses?
Well, explain to people what the term drop coin means
for like viewership, like sponsoring bits.
Okay. So you're talking about like people
talking about big.
Yeah,
no.
Bits, see, like, they don't know what
so
it is.
when you are on Twitch and you send someone bits, them getting the normal profit split between Twitch and a subscriber, which they will take $250 and a normal then Twitch will take $250.
Right.
The bits goes directly
to you,
to us.
Okay.
Right, so I want to give this guy 500 bits because I want to give him $5.
Yeah, so it's like a straightforward donation.
It's a tip.
Yeah, it's a tip.
It's a thank you.
Just for watching them.
Cool.
Just for watching.
Ninja, to pop on that real quick, Ninja is one of the greatest examples of...
Wait, wasn't he actually on The Masked Singer recently?
He was.
I didn't even know that, yeah.
He was one of the characters. I'll be home watching that one.
No, hey, look, the first season was fire with T-Pain won that. No, he killed that.
Me and my lady.
Yeah, I'm surprised they were even able to pull Gladys Knight. All right, that's separate, though.
Yeah,
Ninja
we'll talk about that.
Tyler, I can't say his last name. Melvins.
Yeah, so Ninja is one of the most, I would say, prolific artists of our time in terms of the video game area. And let me tell you why. So, like, this man was able to make over $600,000 a month just off of streaming.
$658,000.
I actually checked. Yo, I'm gonna keep it real. When I seen him on The Masked Singer and all that, I checked this dude out. Yo,
who was that?
Dude, his name's
Ninja.
He's a gamer.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And this dude is legit. Like, yo, the dude made bread. Like,
he's the reason why Fortnite was able to pop off as hard as it was.
As hard as it did,
yeah.
Because Ninja is such a great personality.
Yeah, he made the great personality.
And who's that guy, Elon Musk or something? Who is that guy?
He owns Tesla.
Yeah, that's the owner of Tesla.
But didn't he like? There's a report going around that he bought Fortnite and shut it down or something. Is that real?
That was someone memed you pretty hard.
Oh, is somebody being funny or whatever?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, I seen something.
My fault, man. I'm not a big gamer, so I'm trying to catch up.
Was that true?
Well, they shut down their servers because there's a second season coming.
It's already out.
That nigga
his already out. Yeah.
Ninja's net worth is $15 million.
Yeah. Shout out to Ninja.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
yeah,
that's
I'm
just
telling you, like, dude, shit blew me away, yo.
That's just mainly off of streaming.
So that's mainly off of streaming.
Yeah.
Wow.
Streaming.
So that's like $1 a subscriber
Playing
almost.
video games.
It's like he gets like $1.50 a subscriber.
Yeah, and like I said,
he got 14 million subscribers to his
like
channel.
I said, to make it a whole fact, this is off of playing
just
video games.
Yo, man, I got 40.
Think about it.
I got 20.
Think about it. All you need is 250
Yo, if 20 of y'all give me $1, I'll have $20, y'all.
That's not outrageous when you think about it.
It's not.
250 people is not outrageous.
No, it's
But
not.
that means you have to impress and interest
That's
weekly
where it gets
250 people all the time.
That's the key.
That's it's these
That's
streamers
the hard
are
part.
putting in hours. You know,
It's
you
not
guys
the
are
hard
doing
part,
this.
bro, because I literally have people in my house watching other people play video
what I'm
games. They be
saying
like,
is-
"Look at this."
No,
I'll be like,
what
"What the
I'm
fuck are
saying
you
is-
showing
what
me?"
he's
What I'm
saying
saying is, it
is-
happens to me, though. It happens to me. I don't give a damn how good of a product you have. If you don't have the right marketing of exposure, it doesn't fucking matter. You'll be just like ball players, right? Because you gotta understand, people that work hard, that have no talent, will more likely make it more than a person that has talent and doesn't work hard.
Yeah,
you know
right. Of course. That's the
Lucas,
cliche.
I got a question for you, bro.
That's the cliche, huh?
I got a question for you.
What's up, E?
If you had the opportunity to watch Steph Curry play basketball
That's
every
a weird
time he
question,
got on the court,
but go ahead.
like
Yeah, go ahead.
anytime he was practicing, you just want to watch him shoot some hoops and see him scrimmage with one of your favorite secondary players on the Golden State Warriors.
All right.
I like where you're going.
Would you watch it if you could tune in whenever it was going on?
Hypothetically, yes.
But do you have to pay for it?
If you wanted to.
Okay.
What if these guys offered exclusive
Hypothetically-
things just for you because you paid the $5 a month?
Hypothetically, yeah. But me personally, no, I wouldn't. But hypothetically, yeah, I get what you're trying to say. Like, if somebody was a Steph Curry fan and wanted to be that deep into it, like, they would do it.
That's
like
all right.
saying-
I mean, that's great, but how many
That's
Steph
dope.
Currys exist?
Exactly.
That's where it gets tough.
He's the only one doing it. And imagine
Exactly.
you
That's where it
trying to
gets
be an
tough.
up-and-coming player who wants to study someone like Steph Curry, and you have the ability to. Damn right, I'm gonna try to tune in. and
No,
watch
man,
that
listen,
when
I'm gonna
it's
tell you
going
something.
on.
It happens to us. So I have an apparel printing business, and we put good product out. We've had a good word of mouth.
Yeah.
It's been good, right? I've been solid. I've gotten some people that I would have never thought I'd be in the room with, and I've been lucky.
Funny shit.
Right?
I
And
saw
it's been
that.
cool.
Yeah, it's printed.
But at the end of the day, though, I also run the operations for a sports-specific facility, and we do a lot of training for kids, young athletes, and this and that. And the guy who runs it used to he played in the World Baseball Classic. He has a resume.
Yeah.
And people that come in and go, man, like there's parents that come in and go, yo, this is, no, I don't care what happens, we're here.
Yeah.
If that happened with 20 out of the 50, we don't have a problem.
Right.
But there's so many people that fall into that category that go, you know what, I want to, but I just don't have the motivation to do it.
Yeah.
That's where it gets tough, man. Keeping people, I don't give a damn how good you are. I mean, we know we play ball.
Yeah.
You be the man at Rucker Park, but you won't make it in the league because you won't put that extra thing or play the politics of it.
And that's what
that's where it gets
that's what I was
tricky,
explaining before with that whole question was.
That's where it gets
that's
tricky.
where my question. That's why I came up with that question, because basically, like, would you still do what you want? You know, look how lazy people are now.
Yeah.
And if everything was free, would you still? Would it happen? It wouldn't happen.
I just love the way he put it with the stuff because that's real.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people pay $75, $250, $1,300
just to see?
just go watch a basketball game for 2 hours?
Yeah.
I paid
I've done
$200
it.
to watch Billy Joel and fucking Aaron John play.
That's what I'm
You was
saying.
probably the only one in there.
Yeah.
The only straight dude. The only straight dude.
I'm
in
be
there.
real with you.
the only one in there.
I'll be real with you.
At the Eagles Stadium.
I'll be
But-
real with
but
you.
you
I'm probably the
think-
only person in the room that's never paid to do anything.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something.
I've
I'm
never been to a concert. I've
Look.
never gone to a game that I paid
Bro,
for and
it's crazy.
shit.
I'm
None
a
of
huge
that shit.
Falcon fan.
Huh.
You missing out on life, bro.
Actually, hold on.
I never really. It don't.
Hold on.
I never miss
I've never
it.
seen you look that
I don't miss it. I've been to a football game. I've been to basketball games. I didn't pay for them. They were tickets that were given to me.
You're right.
But I've never been. I've never
And
gone.
yet you still a fan of the team.
Yeah.
It's just that part doesn't interest you.
Yeah, and I've never paid my.
Which part?
I've
The
never
part
been
of
to a
paying?
concert,
No,
but I
just
never
going
paid.
to the
I would
game.
never be like, oh, well, whose concert's coming up? Like, it don't interest me. Like, you could tell me there's a concert down the street right now,
I mean, I've been-
and I'll
Bro,
drive
but
past
I go-
it like,
I go-
oh,
Never-
cool.
I
You ever
go-
grow up listening to a band?
I like hip hop more, but yeah, I've grown up
Who's your favorite
loving
artist?
hip hop. My favorite artist
Of
was
all
Biggie
time?
then. Of all time is Biggie right now.
Biggie?
I like Ghostface too. Is my second coming up.
You wouldn't pay for a Ghostface concert?
I wanted to when it was in Tampa, but I didn't.
That's what
All
I'm
right, I
saying.
got-
But look,
You know what
like,
I'm saying?
But you got people.
But I'm sure if we came to Orlando, you would bust your ass to go make it.
Maybe,
But you got
maybe.
people like me, for example. I'm a huge Falcon fan. Huge Falcon fan. My family, my wife. Hey, my wife will literally watch it. But yeah, word. Right now, how they balling? But I mean,
Don't
I go
worry,
as
you
far
in
as-
Miami
I
are
go as
good,
far
you know?
as to buy the Sunday ticket just so I can make sure I watch them every. If you had people like me, like you'll
Okay.
be the opposite. Of
In
me,
that
right?
sense, I
Like,
did.
you'll
I paid for
watch them.
DirecTV for a couple years
Something
to have the
passionate.
football
I
package.
think it's just something that you
So I guess I did pay for
No, but
something.
I'm saying, but it's one of those things where
I'll flip it on
there's
its head in a
people.
second.
If you can get 250 of you, and yet still have 50 of the people that actually go and pay that $3,000 to get into the game.
Yeah.
then everything kind of evens out. But the hard part is, man,
keeping it
I don't care how
consistent.
good your product is, bro.
Consistency.
The marketing and the exposure is the toughest part. That's the hardest part.
All right, let me take something and let me talk to Lucas real quick. So you said that you would never pay for. Go ahead and restate your statement just to make sure I have a clear
All right, so
understanding.
I've never been to a concert in my life.
Okay.
And that's not because I couldn't pay for it. It's just I've never had the interest of going to a concert, so I've never paid for one. So when you say those questions, for me, it's a little different thought because I'm like, would I really? Because I could have. I just never did. You know what I'm saying?
So you're just talking like strictly entertainment. You're talking about like
No, and football games. I mean, like for football itself, like you can ask him. I don't watch TV, so like if no one's here to be like, yo, you want to watch the game? That shit don't. I got rid of my direct TV because I don't watch that shit.
Nah,
you
but
know
in
what
the
I'm saying?
same token,
Like,
He gets his news and current events literally off of the radio.
which is
And
fair,
us.
Bro, but in the same token,
which people still
I
with
like
them-
this guy.
Look, even with you guys, and correct me if I'm wrong, right? Even like let's say in gaming, like I said, I'm not a big gamer, but I understand it a little bit. There's a lot of people that may not want to go pay, no matter how much they want to play the game,
Yeah.
may not pay to go do it. So for you to gather that clientele, it takes a special skill.
yeah,
that you guys have to
yeah.
put together.
Exactly.
It's not even a lot of people
It's-
who
it's-
don't own the game that are watching it. It's a lot of the people who played the game and want to see someone who's best at
Better
it.
than them.
You got this dude Ninja is a monster
at Fortnite.
at Fortnite.
Right.
He crushes
so
it.
let's specify that.
Yeah, and then
Because
here's
people want to go for the name and that exposure. So, for example, if you guys were the biggest
kick his
game,
ass.
well, not just that, Jose, right? So let's talk
Shut
about
up.
let's
Maybe
talk about that art real
physically,
quick.
but-
Hold up.
Yeah, let's check
So
it.
let's
I don't know. His name is Ninja, nigga.
yeah. So like for example, to talk about expand on Jose's point real quick, right? Like
Some
people,
Huarong.
and this will also piggyback off of what Lucas asked us too earlier. If everything was free, would you still do it, right? Or would you go to work? Locals would not be able to function the way that they do if people were not able to win money.
No, they wasn't.
So let's break it down real quick too. You have to pay an entrance fee for locals in order to be able to win a tournament, right? Even if the tournament was free, you're not going to win any money. So what people want to be able to gain skill, and they do want to be able to compete with other people that are better than them, but they need incentive.
Putting the money on the line is what
Yeah,
makes
there's always an
a wager.
incentive.
It's like
It
making a
adds
bet.
it adds to the adrenaline rush that they get because they know exactly what's on the line. People will do what's called first to 10 matches, like first person to 10 wins, and they'll be able to do. We call those money matches. You know, you can do the same thing with NBA 2K. I'm sure you've done it with the boys a couple times. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Shit, we did Monopoly.
or Monopoly.
All that good
Yo,
Money on Monopoly.
Oh, I miss
Yeah.
Monopoly,
I
yo.
missed the spot, man.
You know what I'm
I ain't
saying?
gonna lie.
You know what I'm
It was a
saying?
different
Like-
life for us, but it
Yeah,
was
word
good.
up.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
experience, bro.
things like.
It's a different life.
And just like you said, though, right? It's an experience that you'll never be able to forget,
Yeah.
and that's the thing that we want to be able to
we
provide
ain't
for
gonna forget
people. And what video games do for people is that they provide a certain experience, a unique, one of a kind
Well,
experience.
I ain't gonna front. You have an awesome market because you don't target one. You have young to old.
Exactly.
You have us that still like the gaming because we came in with gaming,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the kids coming in.
The
You know
fresh
what I'm
No,
ones.
saying?
and having venues like that, it helps because even somebody that's not a gamer is gonna go to that place
Yeah.
to see what's going on.
Because it's popping,
Exactly.
especially
Exactly what happened to us.
And like what I noticed, and like
That happened to us
what
at
I
the hotel.
noticed is I hate it about myself because I don't buy video games too much anymore. I miss it, but I need to. I'm just too busy. But it carries to the kids. So like I got a video game in there, but the kids don't play that shit. You know, they're more interested in playing with physical shit because I'm more physical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So-
it's a personality trait, you know,
Yeah.
like that gets handed down. And you know, everybody's wired.
I was a
differently.
big gamer though, man. Like
It's true, you know. Like, and I'm not gonna say that, you know, it's your fault because, you know, every things happen for a reason, you know. And at the end of the day, like, if gaming was something that is something that you enjoyed, you will always be able to find a way back to it when the time is right.
Yeah,
You don't have to force yourself into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you can be able to teach your kids
And
that
then
shit.
just think about that. I'm an older generation. You know, I can still be 50, 60 and still want to play a video game.
Exactly.
shit.
And that's
watch
exactly
one of
what
you
happens.
guys
56-year-olds now who didn't just grow up, but Atari dropped.
Yeah, Atari
You know,
was the shit, though.
when they were young.
But again, that goes back to us being the best generation because when our kids are 15, 16, 17. I can't wait to whoop my son.
Yo,
That's a
son, my
baddie.
baby.
I tell him all the time.
Yo, one of my baby sisters got an original Nintendo.
Listen, I gotta whoop
Said,
my
I
son's
can't
ass
wait
just
to
for
whoop
the
my son's
controller.
ass.
I tell him all the
We
time.
got one controller. I gotta fuck him up. Be like, yo, give up the stick, bro.
No, I tell my son
Teach
all
you
the time.
Tekken IRL.
When you get to an
His
age,
ass is bad.
when you get to an age where you play Madden and you beat me, I'm fucking you up. There is no, I mean, like,
I can't beat you in Madden anymore, so now you gotta throw up the
you know what I
hands.
mean? Like, this is where the baton passes. You know what I mean? Like, you beat me in Madden, I'm whooping your ass. It's straight up like
Next
that.
level, kid.
I got a challenge for y'all. Hold
Yo,
on.
my
okay, I
my
like
bad.
this.
My real quick, but my shit is racing games.
My
Gran
wife,
Turismo?
bro.
Fucking number 2, driving simulator.
Now, Gran Turismo 3 is my shit.
No,
Forza's
On
number
PS2?
2 is the
The
best.
best driving
The real driving simulator is the best because
I like me some Forza.
it had the best.
Forza's better than
It was the most realistic handling of a car that if you were actually driving it versus how it felt on the stick.
Mm-hmm.
See, in 3 they added the driver assist where you didn't fucking slide off and
Yeah.
shit. See, in 2 they didn't have that. So if you had like a '98 Honda Civic,
Yeah.
and you was trying to go around a tight turn with front wheel drive, the car would literally be like, you know, you had
No,
to.
my wife made me buy her the
little steering
joint
wheel
with
and
the little
shit?
steering wheel.
Son. So
Nice.
nigga, I've broken fingertips, nigga, trying to shift the shit like it's a real car, and I'm over here like, snap, snap. Yo, racing games is my shit. Yo.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's cool too. Like for example, like
Gran
my
Turismo
first
bracket?
my first racing
yeah,
game.
Gran Turismo was my favorite
Yeah,
game ever.
my favorite, my first racing game of all time, first one was Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 on the GameCube.
Oh,
that
that
was-
shit was dope too.
How young are you?
Gran Turismo. That was that. That was
22,
that
dog.
John right
No,
there.
I gotta go ahead.
I know I lost my
Let
hair,
him
bro.
explain it because I got a
looks
secret
like
video
he's
game
40.
that no one ever knows about. Go ahead.
It depends though, you know.
Racing those.
Yeah, like for me, like I played. That was the first video game I played on the GameCube. Like for example, like for a racing game, Hot Pursuit 2, and then I got exposed to the older ones like Gran Turismo 2. I also got exposed to Gran Turismo 3.
But they only had that shit on PlayStation 1. I
They
think,
did.
yo.
It was
That
on
their
PlayStation 1
son.
and 2. Yeah,
Oh yeah, they have it too.
was it 2?
No, they didn't have it for 2.
It was 1. It was
It was
1.
only
Yeah,
for
you're
one.
right. You're right.
Gran
Yeah.
Turismo 2 didn't come out until PlayStation 2 dropped.
No, Gran Turismo 2 was only on
PS1.
1. It was never on.
Gran Turismo 3
2.
came out on 2, I think, on PlayStation 2.
That's right.
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
And so like
Come on, Ray.
but the other thing though is that yo, pray for Ray, man. His fingers is hurting him.
I wonder if the people seen it when I walked past.
Yeah, but
You got 2 wrists taped
you
to
know
his
like
hand.
it's
rich.
I was because of racing games though too, like I was able to experience other older games as well, like some of them at the arcade and shit like that. And so one of the things that I was able to do was like, for example, the reason why Gran Turismo 3 was my favorite was because my cousin found a way to do the whole racing kit. Like with the steering wheel, the brakes, and also add a manual so that he could teach himself how to drive.
Oh shit, that's dope.
So like that's why for me like that one was going to be my favorite because it has a more sense of mental value in terms of like being
Yeah,
able to
the
teach me how to
sentimental
drive,
value.
manual, and everything. You know,
That's cool, yo. Because
Y'all remember
3
Burnout?
was a game. It was
Burnout.
good.
Oh my god.
Yo, so you mentioned Need for Speed.
Burnout was
Have
the
you ever
shit.
heard of Need for Speed all
Burnout was the
Porsches?
motherfucking shit. I'm sorry.
It was Need for Speed. It was all Porsches.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard of that game?
I did.
Nobody's never heard of it. Every time I ask somebody about that game, they be
It's-
like, "I never seen that."
It,
shit."
it was one of
Porsche
it was
for
those
Speed
one of a
edition?
kind copies that you could never like. You could
Yeah, it
rarely
was only
find it, yeah.
Porsches. It had like 20 or 30 different odd Porsches
Had the Carrera,
up into
the
the
first
current
Carrera.
time.
Yeah, the Carrera
Appearance.
GT, like the 911 Turbo,
Yeah,
all
that game
those.
was
Yeah,
the shit,
Ooh.
yo.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
a
way
fun
over
game.
my head.
Miss
Yeah.
me some Need for
So now
Speed, man.
Forza and Porsche have a business thing going on. So
Do they
the
really?
Exclusive rights to Porsche and video games now belongs.
Wow.
So Porsche and Forza.
So I gotta buy a Forza game,
Yeah.
is what you're saying.
yeah. I gotta get an Xbox just to be able to do
Hey,
that.
so put me on because my son loves watching other people play video games.
Mm-hmm.
So how is it that I can find you guys so he can like you guys do the Twitch and all that?
Yeah, we do
stuff?
Follow us on
Twitch,
Twitch at
YouTube,
Juicy
Twitter,
Game Night.
everything.
Well, make
like-
sure when we leave you give me your info because my son can watch y'all, man, because he
Yeah.
likes that stuff.
Matter of fact, this is going
Yeah,
on right now.
I'm even
I mean, unless y'all playing
I'm
Grand
even
Theft
having.
Auto, I don't let him play that.
We're actually.
I'll have
we-
Ray type it up too if you don't mind, Ray. Later on, put it up on the screen for
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
and shit.
And I know that you guys also had a couple questions regarding like still have more questions regarding like the tournament aspect, and then
You
also
actually had a challenge.
yes, I did.
Ooh,
So,
look at Ray. holding
NBA
it
Street
down.
Home Court
Okay.
or NBA Street Volume 2.
Okay.
I want to play on that.
Yeah. You got to talk to them. I haven't played video games
And
in
we
like.
can hook it up right here, and we can fucking.
NBA Street.
NBA Street
I'll play
Volume
NFL
2.
Street. I'm good at
I think
Madden.
Volume 2 was actually a little doper.
Volume 2 was. I love the double dunking system in Street Home Court. That's
Yeah,
why
that
was
revolutionary.
That was revolutionary.
I take
Yeah.
you up on the challenge, and we can do it on the Wet Floor podcast, the Ray Morales show.
I'm down only once your fingers get fixed.
Oh, you can't. The guy.
They
I'm
can't
going to play you
compete,
to your
bro.
fullest
The
potential.
guy
That's
that
just
thinks
how
he's
I
a
do.
robot.
You set yourself up for that.
I know. Pinch your fingers and shit.
He said, man, go.
This man going to be on the controller. All you hear is get click, 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 click like a typewriter.
So what I was gonna ask a question earlier was, do you guys supply all the equipment like for the gaming when you do the convention style stuff?
It's
It's like 60% our equipment.
Yeah. So here's how we set it up. We buy our own monitors. We also of course we have our own consoles that we provide for the people. But what we do is we also offer discounts for people that bring in their consoles with all the what's called DLC or downloadable content that has, for example, like for our example, it would be fighting games. I'm sorry, not fighting games, characters, fighting game characters. For first person shooters, it would be all the map packs. We want people to bring those in because we want to be able to give people the full tournament experience on a local level.
Okay.
And we give them discounts for it, and so like because of that, people are able to save money, and also it looks good on taxes. Just letting y'all know, you can put that as a tax. Dead ass. Like you.
Yo,
can
I
put
like that, homie, that you know that.
Yeah,
you're a businessman.
Yeah, because like for example, like a lot of people.
This is not just you being like, my bad, I don't mean to cut you off.
Yo, you good?
I like that the fact that you treating this more than just getting an opportunity to play video games.
It's a business now.
Yeah, like we made it an official business last year, and so like we're still learning the ins and outs of certain systems. And so, like, because of the fact that we're able to give away, like, for example, like when you guys do giveaways, you guys are giving away free product. You can list it on your taxes, like, yo, we give away, 4 T-shirts at $15 a piece. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, okay, cool. That's $60 tax credit in your favor right there. Yeah,
we
you know what I'm saying?
That's something we compensate on and all that. So.
Yeah, like a lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's dope. That's
yeah,
dope.
and so like we got to make sure that people are educated on those aspects, like we talked about earlier. Like some people just don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah, we try to do that here. We try to
So how
educate.
did you guys get into that? Like, and even got into like a Buffalo Wild Wings and all that stuff.
Well, that's part of the growth story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shit, you gotta walk in there and just ask, right?
Oh
No,
man,
actually, yeah, because they got a back end story in which I was trying to get out of them when I asked earlier about Juicy.
Oh,
yeah,
You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
juicy.
yeah.
How did that come about?
Well,
Yes.
Juicy came around because we were
Every time you
hanging
say
out
that, I
in the
think about
Juicy
Biggie.
Smoke Shop. It was a hookah lounge.
It was a hookah lounge.
That was
yep.
where we first started doing our tournaments.
2 minutes away from Valencia College, right across from iExpress.
Okay.
You know where the you know where Paul's Deli is? Shout out to Paul's Deli.
Shout out.
That same
That's my family.
that same.
Yeah, you're like
We were so you know where that internet
you're
store is?
crossing the line
That
there
when
now,
that used to
man.
be
People know each other.
it used to be a psychic shop.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Before
that
that
shit
was
is.
Juicy Night Lounge, right over at the end of that plaza. We used to host there in 2016.
Remember back in the day, growing up, we used to be.
Damn, that was our neck of the woods right there.
Wow.
Back in the day,
Yeah,
there used to
that's
be Mighty Moose
crazy.
Music Center.
Yeah,
That's
yo,
damn
He
sure
said
what
Paul's
it was.
Deli. He said Paul's
That's
Deli.
damn sure what
remember
it
that.
was.
Dog, I used to
That was
ride
the only
that.
place you used to be able to go cop a fucking album back in the
Yeah,
day.
you used to
That
go
was-
and get
Oh,
your tickets
that's
for
what it is?
reggaeton concerts and all
Yeah.
that. Palladium.
Yeah, that was
Palladium.
a spot, bro.
Yeah, oh shit. That was a
Yeah,
sick
y'all
Mighty
took me
Moose
back,
Music
son.
Center.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Y'all
from
took
here.
me back, son.
I did-
I'm
I
not
did
from here,
commercials
yo.
For them on the radio,
That's
Spanish
crazy.
radio when I was a kid.
It's literally about 10-15 minutes from you. You go on
Wow.
192, headed towards Valencia College. It'll be on your left. Like you
Yeah,
pass
yeah.
Valencia College. It's
No,
on
I
your
know
left
where
side.
it's at.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
what you're talking
And
about.
they're
Yeah.
actually
remember that.
the
It's
new
just
Juicy
I
Lounge is
moved
actually
here, like,
located on
10
Neptune
years
Road,
ago.
across the street from the train station.
There's
Wow.
the new smoke shop. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
know exactly
And
what
it's got our font and everything.
Yeah.
It's good.
Wow.
yeah. So and so once there's a couple things that happened. Unfortunately, like for example, like we didn't know that the owners we didn't know that the main owners of that shop sold it out. So we had to move. There was a new owner. He treated us like trash. So we like, you know what? We can go elsewhere. So we waited a bit. We went over to different spots. We went over to one of our original founders, Alex. He used to host up over at what's called the Eccentric Emporium over on John Young Parkway. And then because of how small that junk was, like he couldn't host too many tournaments there, and also they weren't able. It was
Dude,
it
that
was
place
small.
was-
You can cuss on this show.
It was,
No, let's
it was a
talk-
nice little spot.
You
but-
can
It
cuss.
was it was a
You
nice.
can
spot.
cuss on the Mellow Room.
No, it's good. It's cool. I'm chilling. Like
Junk is the
I'm
perfect
just saying,
word.
like it was just a perfect term for it at the time because, like, for example, this is how much space I had. So from the edge of this wall right here, from like the Bob Marley photo to where all the way down here, that's all the space that he had.
Oh shit! You was
trying to
on,
run a
like,
bracket
three
in there,
people
bro.
that
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like it
With
wasn't
the screens
enough.
and equipment. Did you have AC in the mother?
There was AC in there,
But
but
that
it wasn't
bitch got
enough.
hot.
It wasn't
Nah.
enough. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like there's so much potential, and then we outgrew that. We couldn't even host there. You know what I'm saying? So, we got lucky with the Buffalo Wild Wings over on Osceola Parkway. The one over. So you have the one where
across from Michigan.
yes,
On
right where
Osceola
the Walmart
Parkway.
yeah, the Walmart Super
I think he
Center,
said it
the
directly
GameStop.
where it was at though.
Yeah,
It was on Osceola Parkway.
yeah. No, he's right. It's at the Osceola Parkway Michigan intersection. He's right. He's correct.
Ray, I'm fucking with Ray. Yeah.
Yeah, the end of that plaza was where the Buffalo Wild Wings is at, which is now like a medical center. But they didn't renew the lease because the plaza was charging them too much.
Oh, so that's what happened to that motherfucking place.
Oh god, yeah. So before that shop closed though, Alex gave me a challenge. Alex is for those who don't know, like Alex is one of our founding members too.
Duelist.
Yeah, duelist is what we call him.
Shout
too.
outs. We love you, Alex.
Love you, Alex.
And he's actually running
Gamer
the
life.
right now, correct?
Running
yeah,
the bracket.
yeah, he's running the brackets right now. Him and some
Holding
of
it
our staff
down.
members.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It sound like a betting fucking
so it's
shit,
business
nigga.
being-
He said he's running the brackets right
There's
now.
business happening while these guys
Yeah,
are here
right now.
actually doing this
Now,
podcast.
do you guys like
people.
shut down the Buffalo
know what I
Wild
mean?
Wings, or you guys get an area? Or?
No, yeah, we got our own area. We were hosting up
That's dope.
over near the bar, so it was good for us though because the bar was able to keep track of how much revenue we were bringing in a year.
Nice.
So I'll give you a good number on that one once we do the final transition, which is where we're at now. Before we left, Alex gave me that Buffalo Wild Wings. Alex gave me a challenge. He was like, "Man, I don't think we're gonna be able to find a new venue in like a couple weeks." I said, "If you give me 2 minutes right now, I'll talk to the assistant manager. I bet you money I'll find a venue for you within 3 minutes."
Nice.
He's like, "No, you won't."
Eris
I said,
made money
"Okay,
that
cool."
night.
Bet. So I walked over to the bar. Never forget this man, the assistant manager at the time.
that's all it
His
takes,
name,
man, just
his name
being
was
like,
Danny.
"Mom,
Yeah, you just got to talk to
Go
people.
do it.
His name was Danny Montilla. He now works with Sleep Number. After that place closed, like he was the assistant general manager for that Buffalo Wild Wings. I asked him, "Hey, do you know of another spot that we might be able to host up at?" He said, "Yo, the other assistant manager for Buffalo Wild Wings was I've been sending him videos of it, and he wants y'all to host there." And they're the only ones in that area that had a patio.
Yeah, that's all.
Which-
Talking about the one by 535?
The one near iDrive and SeaWorld is where we're at
Oh,
now.
yeah, I got memories of that one.
Yeah, there's 3 of them on iDrive, but the one near SeaWorld is the only one that has a big ass patio on it, and it can seat like nearly 200 in there.
And we packed that bitch out.
I know where it's at.
6
I
months
just
we
said
packed
I
it
got
out.
memories of that
And
place.
there's people coming to see the tournaments go on.
People from the bar area coming in to see tournaments. We were bringing in over $800 profit a month on that
Nice.
revenue when we were over there. You know, and
Where the
and just the
money at,
patio,
ain't that alcohol?
and that's
Where
just
the money at?
that's just
Food.
They
That's
start-
just the
yeah, and
monthly
food,
events. Like
too.
that's not even including
They
the
take
weeklies.
longer to
nothing.
eat, too.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we already and we were there for over a year and a half. So
So
we
they
brought-
let you
Small
use the
picture for them.
TVs.
And then
They
when
let
got
you.
to see the greater scale.
Exactly.
It made too much
Projectors.
sense not to make dollars.
Oh, you use
Exactly.
projectors?
Use their own projectors.
Oh, you don't get to use the
No, we use their
TVs in
projectors.
we use
there?
their-
Their projectors.
Yeah, so like when they have those big screens inside the patios, they allowed us at the time to be able to use them. But like after last time, like we used them, they broke. So we were just like, you know what? We'll just do it ourselves.
Oh, I know which one
Now
you're
in that
talking
area,
about.
'cause there's a bunch of tourists. Can you get like walk-ins and stuff?
Yeah,
like that, or-
absolutely. People can come in and walk and check it out all the time.
Oh, I know which
And that-
Buffalo Wild Wings you're talking about now with the
And
screen
peop-
that pulls down.
Yep. No, it
That's
doesn't.
all-
It doesn't pull down. It's already there.
It's P Dub, but oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
over
You
by
good.
Central Florida Parkway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir.
Exactly.
Yeah, by where
Yeah,
P Dub shit.
Yep.
Yeah, we used to chill over there.
It's
son.
International and Central.
Oh,
Yep.
so you got
Yes,
the
sir.
We host there
nice,
every
son.
single
That's
Tuesday and
cool
Wednesday
shit,
night.
Yeah, so go check them out because I definitely just dropped the address.
We're behind the
10761
CVS.
International Drive.
Next
Yeah,
to Panera Bread.
Yep,
Yeah,
right next to the
before,
Panera Bread and the
That's
Mullen
dope.
Mushroom.
Before I get
Yeah,
too
man,
carried
that's
away,
super dope,
because
yo.
this is mad interesting, I want to do a couple things real quick.
Yeah.
I would like to get into Big U Sports. That we haven't got rid of that segment. I would like you to update the fucking people what's going on in sports.
Definitely.
And,
I mean, we could chop it up a little
big
bit.
sports.
This will be probably my last conversation before I got to make my moves or whatnot.
Yeah, I know you had to leave, so I wanted to get that
keep
over.
this going on.
We definitely
this is a
are.
beautiful vibe going on right now. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, y'all help me out, chime in. I'm sure everybody here been checking out sports and watching and seeing what's been going on.
Yo, the Astros versus the Yankees right now is crazy.
It's critical. It's hurting right now. We are. Fuck you. You know,
Sound like a hater over
We
there.
lost today, so we down 2-1. Puts us in a bad position.
I knew that's why I was in such a good mood. Despite the broken
Fuck
hand,
you.
the fucking Yankees lost.
That's why your hand broke. That's why your hand broke and all that.
Why your
crap.
hand broke and
You know?
you predicted the future.
Yeah, but we are in a bad
Bullshit.
position right now with that.
Fucking
We
up.
got to win the next 2 games. It's a must-do for us. You know what I mean? And we are one of the more prolific teams that are looked at right now. So losses on us look extra critical.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And yeah, that is the case with us. And then the other series, which is the Nationals and who is it? The Cardinals, right? St.
Yeah, I think
Louis.
it's National Cardinals. The Cardinals have been doing. They're. One of
I
their
think the
pitchers-
Nationals took them out though, right?
Nah, I didn't think they not yet.
I don't
I heard
think
that
so.
on the radio. I think they
I
have.
think there's at least one more game, at least.
It might be. It might be. But
I could be
do
wrong.
believe the Nationals was dominating in that series.
They were going hard.
Yeah, they definitely. It's been a good series on both ends. You know what I mean?
God dang, they won the last one 7-1.
No, it's the top of the 5th right now.
right now.
Oh, see, look, see, damn.
That's
wow.
it right
Oh, that's
now.
right
Right
now.
now, 2-1.
It's 1-7.
Seven.
No, I
Nationals.
mean the series.
The series.
Series is 3-0. No, it's
3-0.
3-0.
3-0.
Ooh.
Nationals.
Oh, it's over.
Nationals 1-7 Nationals.
So it's over, right? It's best of 5, right?
Yeah,
It'll be over if they don't fucking do something in the next 4 innings.
yeah, I'm telling you. You know
God,
what I'm saying?
it's
So, yeah,
all
you know,
doable.
And that's
It's
been the
doable.
deal
It's
in
doable.
baseball, you know what I mean? And we all know in the world baseball, they live for the fall classic, so it's going down.
I told
You know
you.
what I mean? And in the football world, it's been getting exciting. You know, it's been a lot going on.
Or
You know,
some.
Oh man, I
For
got
some.
For some.
Now hold up now. I know
For
we talking
some.
about football, but do you follow basketball as well?
of course, and I'm gonna get to that.
Yeah, we.
I bet. All right,
Yeah,
I'll
we
wait
get
on it
to
then.
it.
I'll wait on it.
I'm
I'll
gonna
let
get
you.
to
I'll let
that.
you sizzle on that
You're
one.
right. He said, "I'm gonna let that sizzle in your spirit."
I'm gonna let that
Shout out to
marinate.
Country Wayne on the ground. He doing this one too. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know, going over it, you know, going into football, the football world, there's been a lot going on. You know, last night Green Bay definitely did pull it out on the edge biter with
Well,
Detroit.
the refs helped them.
The refs
Two
did help.
bullshit calls.
I didn't get to see the end of the game. I had to go to work, which
Bro,
I
was
gotta
talking
do here
to
in a
my wife
moment.
about this. I ain't trying
You
to
know.
interrupt this segment. My fault.
But nah, go ahead.
But-
This is what we doing it for.
But you know, I get passionate when it comes to football.
Yeah, nah, I know.
I'm thinking like my whole thing is this, right? I get it about this whole replay thing and slowing the shit down. But when you think about it, bro, if you call an illegal hands to the face and there were no hands to the face, you should be able to review that.
But
Sure.
it's not a
Or
reviewable
have-
call.
But that's what I'm saying. You should have somebody somewhere that tells you.
But it's
that
not
wasn't just a bad call. That was
Sure.
the wrong call.
Yeah,
so
you-
you know what I'm
But
saying?
they don't have that rule in effect.
But you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
think, and it should
two
be.
and two calls.
It
The same
should
call
be
twice.
That's something though, because you see how they got that like review committee that they'll pull away and it'll be a ref sitting somewhere in the
Yeah.
studio somewhere. He
But
gets
certain calls are
his
reviewable.
analysis.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you make a wrong call,
Yeah,
like if it's blatant, like they're calling illegal hands to the face, but no hands to the face.
somebody got paid.
Like,
Somebody got paid.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, somebody got paid.
Dog,
It's a whole
like,
fact. Somebody got paid. The winner of the game last
the
night.
Falcons got to come back.
I mean, you got to look at it. The winner of the game last night took lead of the division.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So yeah, somebody got paid off. I don't mean to throw it
That
out
was-
there like that,
Oh,
but
wow.
we know it's conspiracies.
That was
That's
in
a
the
bold
game.
statement.
That
We
was
know it's
crazy,
conspiracies.
man.
In
Yeah,
the
but
league
like
and all
not-
that. And I like Green Bay. I'm not saying it's the
Bad
bash Green
call.
Oh,
Bay.
that's not football.
Yeah, but not just that though. Like, to piggyback on a couple points, right? Like, people aren't able. Like, one thing that hurts me the most about the NFL is that players and coaches can't talk about certain calls. They can't
Yeah.
call out. No, they get fined for it. They get fined up to $75,000.
That's a whole fact.
Hey, is that true? That's true, right?
No, what?
Jags and Ramsey
That's-
to
that's-
Rams.
That's breaking right now. Jackson Ramsey.
Ramsey to Rams for 2 first rounders.
Ooh.
Now they just got rid of Marcus Peters, so they did it just for that.
Oh, that's breaking news.
And you guys know who my team is.
Who's your team?
Jags.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nah, we
I
didn't.
thought you knew that.
Nah, we thought you were Pittsburgh Steelers.
You got money. I know that for sure.
How many favorite teams does
That's-
Ray
that's
have?
our rival is the fucking.
Nah, I
Hey,
thought
guess
I
who
would
the
have
Falcons
thought.
play next week.
Who they
The
got?
fucking Rams.
I thought you would have been an Eagle fan.
For Ram
Nah.
and the
Go
Ramses. You know what I mean? Ramsey and the
Go
Rams.
Birds.
But nah, and in other news with the NFL, you know, undefeated, you still have have San Francisco, and you also still have New
Nice.
England.
I like San Francisco.
Who are both undefeated. This is the first time San Francisco's been undefeated since I was
They
a
had
child.
what's his name, right?
And that's a whole fact.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, since I was a kid. You know what I mean?
I think
Talking
it
about
was
when,
that-
like,
I think
Jerry
it was
Rice played,
1990
or-
something
Yeah,
like
they had Joe Montana,
Yeah.
Jerry
Rice.
Rice. You know what I mean? The classic team.
Sheesh.
It's kind of hard to see.
Dominated, but you know, and it is. I mean, it's a lot of exciting news. I mean, I don't know what's going on with the Cowboys. The Cowboys started off hot, and now it's
They
just
ending
sizzling.
cold.
No,
Yeah,
one,
it's just sizzling out for them.
nah, one that's surprising to me is the Bengals right now. I didn't even know they were 0 and
Cowboys are
6.
3-3.
Yeah. They
I mean, that's not bad for 6 games in, though.
No, I mean, but the whole thing about it is they started off.
They
on such
started
a
off hot.
streak.
Yeah. Well,
You know.
that's
Well, they
normal,
lost 3 in a
though.
row,
That's
though.
the Cowboys,
Yeah, so,
though.
you know,
That's the
that's what I'm saying.
Cowboys.
That's what they
Yeah,
do.
for those fans out there.
So the two undefeated teams in the league are the Patriots and
The Patriots
Niners.
and the
Francisco, yeah.
Niners.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
49ers.
And there's a
What
lot
they
going
do,
on. I mean,
fucking Patriots.
the Seattle's been looking good within between that. You know what I mean? The Eagles been looking all right. You know what I mean? It's a lot of teams in there that they're looking in decent shape.
But the Eagles are the same as the Cowboys, though, 3-3 right now.
Yeah, and that division is up for grabs.
Yeah.
You know, right now it really all
Especially
ties
since
down.
the
Even
Giants.
the Giants are.
Can you scroll up a little bit, Ray?
Even the Giants.
That's what I was
the
just about to
Giants
say.
are
I'm paying
optional now, and
attention.
They do have
Thank
an
you.
opportunity.
I've been
Because
paying
of the three
attention to my
Yes,
Giants.
definitely. That is a whole.
Yo,
fact.
can we talk about the Bills real quick?
Sure, the Bills been doing their thing too this season.
4-1.
Defense,
Yeah,
tough.
the Bills.
Damn,
and
4-1?
And I think this year really is the statement of the team.
Well,
And
that
then
didn't
the
they have a
Patriots-
good season
and
last year
also
though?
the Patriots on a and
Definitely.
it was a hell of
Or
a
the
game.
season
It was a
before
hell of a
that?
game.
Might have been the season.
Didn't the Bills have a good season last season or before that?
Not
It's been
really.
a while. It's been a
long
But the
about
defense
seven,
right
8
now,
years.
the
Yeah.
defense
They
is
haven't
tough,
had
man.
They got one of the top defenses in the league
Right now they do for sure.
Right now.
What have
I
been
think
their
it's
last
between
5
them-
games, though? What they played 5 games. Who've been the teams, though?
The Patriots have been. That's who they lost to.
Of course.
And that still was a good game. They
And
kept it up there.
that was
a
a-
couple.
that
could have went either way.
Pardon me, that was a good one. I think it was. I don't want to give them too much because one of them games was Miami. You know, Miami ain't won a game. I don't even think they won a first down.
They're 0-5,
this
right?
season.
Did you
know what I'm
watch the
saying?
drubbing that fucking New England gave them? Was it New England?
Who, Miami?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the only one game that this guy played with them?
But they're tanking for sure because they
Yeah.
could have won the game.
You
They
think they're
coulda-
tanking?
Yeah, because they could have tied the game.
Oh yeah, they're doing it on
I mean,
purpose.
you're-
Tank that
0-4.
bad, though. You
But
should
what
at
I'm
least
saying
look
is
to make
you're-
it look competitive.
What I'm saying is they're doing it on purpose because you were 0-4 if I'm not mistaken. You got a chance. You were
To
up
win a
in that
game.
game against the Jets, I believe. I can't remember who it was. Who they played last week or whoever it was.
Well, I don't think it was the Jets.
I don't know. I can't remember who it was, but
Nah,
they was.
last week the Jets. Well, this
It
weekend
wasn't
they
the
just
Yeah,
Jets.
no,
lost the Jets.
the week before last.
It wasn't the
something like that.
Jets. I know you're talking about
And
the.
they went for a 2-point conversion
Yeah.
to win the game instead of
Well, I
tying
mean-
it up.
Not for nothing. With
I didn't
that-
watch
with
the game,
that-
but
on that
I know you're
statement-
talking about because I was listening to it on the radio and they
Yeah,
were saying
but
something about that shit.
On that statement, that's a lot of what to do with the coaching, and there's a lot of young coaches in the league right now,
And they have a young
playing,
coach.
They're playing a lot more riskier style of football. You're seeing it on the conversion plays. You're seeing it on the first down plays. You're seeing it on the fourth.
A lot of
down
fourth
plays.
down plays.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's with the younger coaching that's coming in. They know that risky style of football it brings excitement. You know what I'm saying?
That Wildcat style of play.
And not for nothing, the NFL is still in a real controversial state right now. So
Yeah, they
as
still
far
won't
as
sign,
with,
they still won't sign your man who made that shit look effective.
I mean,
as
I'm not
fuck.
going to go too much into that and deal with that. But what I'm saying is, when I say it's in a controversial state, it's in they lost a lot of fan popularity. You know, with that whole situation, not as many people watch the games as before. You know what I'm saying? So in today's what they're
Well,
doing,
football's boring. There, I said it.
nah.
No,
you can't-
football's not boring. It's
It
just too
can't
much
be-
politics.
It can't be if you don't. If
Nah,
you don't-
it's just too
Bro,
much
that
politics.
What I'm
Bobo
saying-
shit, I'd be like,
and-
yo, listen, if they didn't fucking have breaks in between
Yeah, but then it
plays and
wouldn't be
shit,
that-
and they'd have to do
But then it wouldn't be that game.
like your man Peyton Manning would do all the time.
Nah,
and shit,
then
you
it
know
wouldn't
what I
be
mean?
that
you know,
game.
you know how you know. I learned this a long
Nah,
time ago.
then it wouldn't be that
Bro,
game.
If you've been playing football, you want to make a hit every.
Look,
every
you know,
play.
I learned.
That's just not gonna happen.
Exactly.
Somebody told me this a long time ago. You're a real football fan if you're happy with a 3. If a game ends 3-3.
Listen, I'd rather watch baseball than watch football.
Because you know it was a
That's a
defensive
lie.
game.
Exactly.
You know that was a
I
defensive
mean-
game.
I'd rather watch baseball than football.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah. See, I can't get with
I
that.
would. I do, and I do.
Maybe
There's
that just says something about your character,
Here's
man.
the funny stuff, though. Most people that play baseball,
I'm just an old man.
most people that play baseball don't play football, and vice versa, because the seasons are at the same time.
He'll lie
So
to
most
you.
people don't do either. Either not just fans, but even players. Like you play football and basketball for the most part. You know what I'm saying? And then baseball and
I'm just
whatever
looking
else.
I got you. Good luck.
Yo, what do you think about Stephen A. saying that nobody's gonna be scared of Zion once regular season starts?
I think with him saying that, I think he's calling it from his perspective, and not for nothing, he's been around to see a lot. You know what I mean? And
He's been in the
He's
game
a-
for
he's
nearly
a
20
veteran,
years,
he's a
right?
veteran.
yeah, he's a veteran analyst, and and we know that the potential is sky is the limit for this kid. But we also know that has been the case for a lot of players in the past.
You think they can make better shoes for him?
Yeah, I seen the Jordans that they made for him. They were nice, pretty nice. But one thing I will say
Is he
about
gonna be Blake Griffin?
he could be better.
Nah, he'd probably be better
He
than
could
Blake
be
Griffin.
better.
Now remember when Blake Griffin
do they
came
have
in?
him as a power, or they got him at small?
I do remember when Blake
They
Griffin
got him
came in.
at the 4 or the 3.
They probably got him at a 4.
He was 4.
They got him
But
at
I
a
tell
4?
you this,
Blake
though,
Griffin was a 4.
do you think that he's
Well, I
gonna
know
be?
Blake is a 4.
Because when Blake came in,
Zion was a 4.
when that's what I think he's a 4.
I
When
do believe so.
when Blake Griffin came in, he was supposed to be, and then it didn't really quite turn into that because he didn't have that outside shot.
Well,
Like you can dunk and dunk and dunk
That's the
and
whole
dunk.
thing. Nobody can
once
judge
they
a
shut that
player's
shit down-
development.
Yeah.
I mean, it's professionals. They're going
Yeah,
to
and
Yeah,
that's
of
going to
course.
happen because they're pros, but nobody can judge a player's development.
That's a fact.
He might
can't
feed on
call
that shit.
That's a fact.
Now,
You
if
adapt.
I was Zion, in my personal opinion,
But you could do what you could do is based on his physical ability, you can kind of obviously listen. If you look what happened to Ben Simmons this offseason and now he's popping threes.
that's a
and
whole
doing all
fact.
that.
That's a whole fact.
You know what
That's
I mean?
why I say.
But he has the physical ability to be able to do that.
Yes, and that's why I say if I was a Zion, I would look at a player like Blake Griffin. I would
Yeah.
look even deeper at a player like Sean Kemp. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a good way to look at it.
And I would look at those players and I would look at where was their ceiling?
Kemp wasn't a 4 though, right?
What?
He was
Yes,
a 2,
he was
wasn't
a 4.
No,
Nah,
no, he
Kemp
was
was
a
a
4.
4.
He was a 4.
I would look at those players
Yeah,
and I
Sean
would
Kemp
see
was a 4.
where was their ceiling. And what do I have to acquire to get past that ceiling?
And the other thing too is
You gotta develop a shot.
to jump on
Definitely.
to jump on what
Of course, that's if you're gonna play in the NBA, you gotta shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like to jump on what Jose said though earlier is that you know, he saw the finished product after the offseason. He wasn't able to see that development as you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So, you know, like there's a lot of things that can happen in terms of that development process. He doesn't necessarily have to be a shooter, but he can still be utilized in ways that are more effective on the court
Definitely.
that more people don't
Definitely.
really think
And
about.
I mean, as
Yeah,
far as
that
with
makes
what
sense.
Stephen A. said,
See,
you
we
know,
talk about more than video games here.
That's what's up. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? That's and I mean, of course, you guys got to get involved with those games as well. So you know, it
Yeah, we
opens you up to
talk
it.
about everything.
You know, but one thing about it, you know what I mean. The NBA is returning very soon. I believe it's October 26th. Is
Something
it?
like that.
Something like that is where
It's
the
coming
league
up.
kicks off.
It's coming up.
You know, and it's
We would
gonna
like
be
to get
exciting
this-
see. The Lakers looking pretty decent. You know what I mean?
AD out for a little bit, right?
Yeah, you know he sprained his thumb or something like that.
right?
Something like. you
I'm
know
ready
what
for the
saying?
Clippers. I need to see that Kawhi.
Yeah, I
and
think
Paul.
everybody want to see what that product's looking like. You know, and
It's gonna
I
be a while for Paul George too, though, because he's going. I
Yeah.
think he's out for a few months.
I think it's a month or two with
Yeah.
the whole rehab of his shoulders or whatever.
Oh, I
You
didn't
what
even
I'm
know
saying?
that. Okay.
But you know, I mean, with all of it, it's going to
the
be
Nets.
exciting.
If you get a conference
Nets.
finals, Clippers, Lakers today, what you got?
If Paul George wasn't injured or is he?
Healthy Paul George, healthy Kawhi,
Healthy
healthy
teams.
AD, healthy LeBron. Conference finals,
I pick Clippers.
I go Lakers in 6.
I go Lakers. And I'm not a huge LeBron
You
fan.
go
guys are
Lakers
still
in
giving
6.
the Lakers a fucking chance after last year?
No. I'm saying
They-
on
no, they
one
changed
game,
up their
I'm saying
team
one
and everything.
series,
Yeah,
conference
their
finals,
team
one
is different
series.
now from last year.
Yeah, they got
Not
a whole
that
different
much
team.
different.
Nah, I'd go Lakers in 6.
LeBron and AD.
I would say Clippers in 7.
I'd say a reason why I would go Lakers in 6, you know, even though they got Kawhi and Kawhi know how to get the job done as well as, but you know, I would say Lakers in 6 because I feel LeBron knows how to dictate a series.
He knows how to. He knows how to build a team.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
he
saying.
knows how to build a team, but I think as
Yeah,
far as
I
with,
agree. I
with
agree 100%.
series,
Sure he
with,
does. Look at last year.
with
He
series,
put that
which
team
is
together himself.
me and
He's
you are
got
going to
it.
see each other for about 4 or 5
Put that
games in
team
a
together
row.
himself.
With that type of situation,
Trash.
LeBron knows
Should've
how to
happened this year,
dictate
bro.
that
The
situation.
motherfuckers owe me $100 all around.
And his
from last year and
potential,
shit. I got
his
like 3
potential to
different
take
people
over.
that owe me $100.
If he
from
had
last
it in him,
season.
I don't think he has that in him because I don't think he has to. Like
Well-
he doesn't have to do that.
Not right now.
You know what I mean?
Well, hold up though. Hold up. Like the he's only faced off against Kawhi once though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I have to. I can understand your take on the dictating of a series because LeBron James has done that forever. But that was the one series though. I would like to see again just to see whether or not that statement can still hold true against Kawhi Leonard.
Yes, definitely.
And that's not to say that
That's a
Anthony
hell of a
Davis is.
point.
I'm not going to say that Anthony Davis isn't going to do anything, but I would like to see.
That's
I
why
think,
this is Uzi Sports.
I think
Yeah.
That's a hell of a point.
I try.
I think him versus Paul George would definitely still be a nice matchup to see.
Oh, I mean, the whole open aspect of what you're going to get on the court between both teams is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just not me personally, my own personal opinion. I'm not convinced by Kawhi Leonard. I'm not taking away from the fact that he's great and one of the top players in the league.
Not completely convinced.
I'm not taking that away, but I'm just not personally convinced.
Can I say something? And I'm a Lakers
No,
fan.
right,
Check
yeah,
this out.
facts.
I'm a Lakers fan, but I will say this about Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is damn near a machine.
yeah.
He is.
And I say
We
this
established
because
that earlier.
I
You
say
think he might
this.
be on the spectrum?
No. I say
No.
this because for a long period of time in his career, he played with who?
Spurs.
Spurs.
The
With the
Bucks.
coach.
Who did
He
aside
played-
from the coach?
he played for
Aside
the
from
greatest- okay.
aside from the coach,
The greatest coach of all
who
time.
did the Spurs have? Who's like a robot?
Yeah.
Tim
But
Duncan.
that's what I say about Kawhi. That's my point that I was making
Repetitive
about LeBron.
basketball.
Yeah.
That was the point I was making about LeBron. That LeBron can do that if he wants to, because he has the
Oh,
potential.
I mean, yeah.
What Kawhi does is he plays to his full potential
Yeah.
every
Yeah,
time.
he's gonna give it to you
What
every
I'm
game.
saying is that if LeBron
Turns
played
that
to his
on.
full potential, and I'm not a LeBron fan, don't get it
Yeah,
twisted.
no, of
Just
course.
a basketball fan.
Yeah.
You know, we used to ball back in the day.
Of course.
If LeBron played to his full potential like Kawhi does,
Yeah, he a freak of nature, so you know what's possible with him.
But you
know
also
what
have
I'm
to
saying?
remember. Ooh.
Well, who are we to say that he's not playing at his full potential though right now because it's been
years already.
like he's got more years on Kawhi right now, but like at the same time like it's debatable to say that that LeBron is past his prime right now.
It is debatable
no,
to
for
say
sure.
that.
Yeah,
It
yeah, I
is.
can
It is.
agree with that.
But
And you gotta remember how
and this
physical
is
of a
one thing I
player
say
he
this.
was.
See, now check this out, and this is why I say this. And this is coming from an athlete's perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, with time, it's like with age as a person, you develop wisdom.
Yeah.
With time, you develop tricks to the trade that make you a prolific scorer. That's how, Kobe was still effective in the latter half of his career.
In his retirement game.
Winning,
Yeah, for real.
winning
Retirement game, he
championships
put
and
up
doing all
60.
that. It's just tricks to the trade that you acquire that okay, I'm going to score every time I do this move here.
But he's also
I'm going to score every time I do that move
His
there.
IQ is
So I'm
crazy.
going to mix
Yeah.
it up, and like I said, even with LeBron's at a point in his career, where it's almost like when you're a kid and you become a young teenager to a young adult and you feel like I'll fuck a grown ass man up and that grown ass man knock you the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because he obtained that grown man strength. It's
No,
like
it's
that
fair.
almost that next level of strength that
Yeah,
you get. I don't know what age it comes at,
no, it's fair.
but you get it. You know what I'm saying? With LeBron, he's just at a point in his career where he knows how to effectively affect the game and at an effective pace.
But at that point, he wouldn't be a scorer to me. I would call him a facilitator.
Fact.
Definitely. And he's
Yeah,
been
I
at his
agree
whole
with that.
career, really.
Yeah.
He's been at his whole career. So that's a whole fact.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I
that's a
mean?
fact right
But NBA season is getting ready to start, you guys. I know the world is excited to tune in due to the
Yeah.
shifts and the shifts of energy with teams
Also,
and players.
trying to get this top 5 MC
Yeah, we also want to get that going. for
the
everybody.
fantasy league thing
And
going
we
here,
would
man.
like to have that going like as the league's going. So
Yeah,
we
yeah,
give it
yeah.
a lot to talk about. You know what I mean? But I'm on this note, I'm getting ready to
You gotta
slide.
go. You gotta
Yeah,
shake
know.
it. You gotta
This
make
the
that
reason
money,
why
big
it's
dog.
a cool show, and we got 2 hosts on this show because
do a
when one
moment
got
of
to do
silence.
something, we got to make
Yeah,
money.
before you step
Definitely
out.
before I make that move, though, we got to have a moment of silence.
Yeah.
'Cause, we had rough times in the off season. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
while
It
we was
wasn't
on our
one of those-
vacation, a lot of stuff went on, not just production wise, but in personal lives. So Me and Uzi both had lost somebody in the same day.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I lost my father, and he lost his grandmother.
My
Great grandmother.
So you know.
So in a public show of appreciation, we wanted to do a moment of silence on the first season. So if we could get that real quick, thank you guys, and we're gonna go ahead and do that. Definitely, yo. Miss those people.
Yeah, man. You
know. I always treat death different, though. I'm a little different with it. I kind of look at it more like they went better place.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
You know, like
and my condolences to both of y'all.
Yeah,
thank you. That's
thank
hefty.
you. Thank you very much. But I always took it like that, you know. So to me, I'm more not happy, but you know, I want to seem like an asshole, you know, like yeah, fucking he's dead
like
and shit.
I'm happy my dad's dead.
yeah.
Now,
but I'm more like I feel
comfortable knowing.
Yeah.
You're at
I think
exactly.
I think of a higher plane, whether it be God or just energy, or you know, we get into those discussions sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I was the same way. Me and him, I got the same kind of outlook. You know what I mean? Like I'm at a point with understanding and acceptance of it, because that's the only thing promised to everybody.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And like with my great grandmoms, I mean, she lived to be 100 years old. You know, and that was. I feel like to ask for any more time would have been selfish of me, you know.
And she wasn't just 100. She was like,
she was a healthy.
And in Uzi's case, his she lived, you know, like she lived to see shit happen and change and
the
shit.
The two greatest events that happened to you within your life are the day that you were born, and the day that you died.
What they say.
You know, that's when people care about you the most. Both of those days.
Yeah.
That's the whole fact. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Because I know nobody cares.
So you know, I gotta make a
get
move
it shaking,
and get
man.
out of here, man. You know,
I got you, yo, homeboy. If you want, you can come take that.
Yeah,
seat.
somebody could fill the.
Or you could take the seat if you.
No.
You know, somebody fill the void.
Yeah.
This is not gonna be too much longer, yo. Just
I'd really like to hear some more stuff about Juicy, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely want y'all to open up more about that, because that's actually really dope, you know. And it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
Yeah,
honestly, it was so much fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and I hope to get to come around you guys again.
Are there any,
we know each other. We always, every time we have a guest come on, we always have an open invitation for them to come back anytime, man. We're always here every Tuesday at 8 p.m. I don't mind people stopping by and showing face and shit. You know, we didn't really get into explaining to what this is about and shit. And this is just connect people in the area who's doing stuff like you know, like doing different businesses
and that's how
that
it starts.
Connect people.
It's a foundation.
And we trying to build a community here, basically, is what MELLO-ROOM is for the artist, for the entrepreneur. You know, this is all relevant. It's all relevant.
You know, and through you guys, through Airs, you know, different companies, and, you know, everybody out there on their grind, you know what I mean? And the beautiful thing about this is we are in the time, it's almost like Prohibition again, you know what I mean? Like, this is the time where you could really make your mark and make yourself. You know, build
definitely.
your brand. As long as you stay true and faithful to your brand, it'll blossom. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's for anybody out there, for all artists out there, rappers, artists, you know, painters,
listen, you gotta take advantage
dancers,
right now while
whatever you guys do.
No politics. We don't
talk. Go there.
We don't talk politics or religion.
We leave that zone alone. But like I was saying, you know, right now is a beautiful time for the artists, and it's just with all the time and the shit that's going on in the world, this right here is the thing to bring unity back.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It's like what sports did a decade ago. You know, this moment and what art can do for people is amazing.
We're doing a modern day renaissance.
Yeah, you know, and on that note, man, I'm gonna slide up out of here to the public. I love y'all, man. I'm gonna get with y'all.
All right, Big Ooze, be safe, my nigga.
Oh yeah, definitely.
To get some sleep.
Sure, I'm going to work.
I know, but after work, you gotta have to get some sleep.
I worked those nights too, bro. Nice meeting you.
Man, you already know.
Oh, we gotta redo that. We gotta redo that.
I'm that awkward. I just looked.
Yeah, I was like,
he said I felt a little less black right there and shit. He said I felt a little less black right there for a minute and shit. Yo, man, you on my camera, right? On me? Okay. Yeah, give me my front stage, my front center front.
Yeah. How's it going, guys?
Yeah. So, real quick, yo, I want to just, as Uzi steps out, man, I want to show everybody, yo, we got the, oh, shit, I'm dropping shit. We got the merch for sale, right? Ooh. We are officially in business. All right, man. So these are just some of the things we got here. They can see this, Ray. You let me know if I'm in a good view.
Hold on, flip that tag off real quick.
Oh, okay.
Put that tag over,
Sorry.
Yeah, put that
but I
on
mean,
the
he is the
Hey, I'm just looking out
sponsor,
for you.
and he is the sponsor, and
It was covering the.
Oh,
there
okay.
you go.
And,
Ooh, what you got
so
there?
this is a Don't Harsh My Mellow. T-shirts is going for $20. You can hit me up in the email. You should already know that shit. If you don't, Ray will put it up later. Now you can get this in a sweatshirt or the T-shirt or a different color.
Ooh, I like it lights up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
It like glows
it's nice.
and shit, right?
That green
Okay,
pops.
Ray's gonna put it all in front of the camera while I get the next one ready. You out too, B? Jose Bounce?
No, I told him to sit in that chair, and I guess he's probably doing something else.
Okay.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that sexiness right there.
Mm.
Don't harsh my mellow.
All right, Ray, get back up off that shit now. I don't want to make this forever. All right, then we got the MRP with the headphone on the side. You can get this in a
Nice.
You can get this in any color shirt you want or on a sweatshirt. No hoodies right now because we in Florida. We ain't need no fucking hoodies. You can get this in the white or the black or the gray. We can also change the color of the headphones if you like to. You gotta ask specifically for that shit.
Okay.
But like I said, T-shirts are $20. T-shirts are $20. Sweatshirts are $30. And then we got the snapbacks. I don't got them yet, but next show you'll have the snapback. The snapbacks ain't here yet, but they will be here next show. And I heard them sisters on fire. All right, and the final one here I got here. This is the ladies, the original logo.
Nice.
You need to give me
Will
one
my
of these
boobs fit in
shirts.
that?
Nah, they won't fit in yours because this is a smaller woman size. You're a big woman.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Yo, so again, email me, MELLOROOM1025@gmail.com and put your orders in, man. Let me know what you want. I got any size, any shape, any color. And if you want a special order, man, just write me. I'll see what I can do for you. That might take a little bit more time. But that's it for that segment.
Ooh, mind if I also put in a plug?
Yeah, you go ahead, man.
We're actually gonna. I like to do something special on the show. I know that we've talked about some pretty crazy things in terms of like how the stuff is growing, but I know that you guys also have talked about like personal lives as well.
Right.
One of the things that has deeply impacted the community a lot has been deaths from cancer.
Right.
And so we know that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Okay.
So one of the things that we would like to do is actually right now I'm going to do a live drop of the dad hat that we have making up right now. It's the pink
Nice.
dad hat. And what's
I gotta see a picture of that shit.
Yeah. And so what's going to happen is that for anybody that buys that hat, all the proceeds from that will go towards the Susan G. Komen Foundation for Breast Cancer Research.
Okay, yeah,
Get
Ray.
yourself a hat.
Ray,
Yeah.
why don't you get a pen and paper, bro, so you can write down how to... Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Give me a pen and paper. Give me a pen and paper.
Yeah.
You should have fucking taped that shit with a pen.
It was originally.
It would have been more useful.
Yo, shout out to Jacob who gave me a.
You ain't
Sharpie
fucking fixing no
Splinter.
cars right now. If we were in a mechanic shop doing a mechanic podcast, you'd be perfect.
Exactly. Yeah, so it'll be for those who may not know, you guys can use the short link of tinyurl.com/juicy merch, JUICY merch, MERCH.
You got a picture of the hat I can see?
Yeah, actually, I got you right now.
I just want to write it down, or you can write it down, I guess, because
Yeah.
so that Ray can put it up on the screen for
Yeah, write it
us
down and I'll put it
when
up
I
right
do.
now for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
when
I'll
we
send
do
you-
an outro.
Yeah,
Just send him the link. Send me the link, and I'll give it to him.
yeah. Hold on one second. I'm trying to publish it actually live right now so that we
On
can make it
Streamlabs?
official. Huh? Yeah, on Streamlabs. Yeah.
That's
I'll
what's
write it
up, yo. So all the proceeds are gonna go to cancer.
So Susan G. Komen,
Oh,
like the
Susan G. Komen.
the official breast cancer awareness research guys.
Okay, cool. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Did that affect you personally or something?
Yeah, actually, one of my aunts, she had breast cancer. She survived, but I've had a lot of friends and family that have died from breast cancer.
Yeah.
So
sorry for that.
Yeah, no, it's all like, you know, as I said, like as we talked about earlier, you know, like for me, it's like it's one of those things where they aren't suffering anymore.
Yeah, right.
And so like I can be at peace knowing that.
Yeah. That you know, that's the best way to give yourself peace. You know, and I feel like when you take too much emotion into like when people die and shit, and you give all that emotion, you kind of like killing yourself too, because like it turns people into addicts, makes people kill themselves. Like that's an emotion that I don't think humans can deal with. You know, like grieving for death, like that's crazy.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. You
Especially
see people.
it takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, it does.
And it actually takes
Something
time.
away from you.
It takes time off of your life. It's been proven that it's called broken heart syndrome. So your body releases a chemical into your heart that progresses the age of your heart.
Yeah.
It can even cause cardiac arrest.
That's crazy. It feels like that shit.
You also got to think about the people who are affected from cancer and the families that go through that.
Exactly.
You know, so not
exactly.
only were you grieving after them passing, but you've been grieving that whole time.
And
like that is
then it, like I said, man, it turns people into addicts and stuff like that because, you know, some people try to deal with pain by trying to wash it away with drugs or alcohol.
Yeah.
Or even just being a criminal or robbing and stealing or eventually killing themselves or hurting other people. And it's like, it's almost like something that we're not supposed to process. You know what I mean? So, like, to deal with it, I mean, obviously is why religion was created. But I think when you go beyond that, and you got to kind of look in yourself. You know, it all starts in yourself before you can deal with anything outside of yourself. So that's how I look at shit. Like
it's fair because I mean, like, you know, the process of change does start within yourself. What is it that? Because, you know, sometimes people ask the question, okay, what am I doing wrong? But when it should be, what should I do differently?
Yeah,
they shouldn't be
it shouldn't
blaming
be the
themselves.
question. Yeah, it shouldn't be you blaming yourself for why the situation went wrong. Just deal with the fact that the situation went wrong, and then you look for the step
and move on.
Yeah, and then you look for the step. That doesn't mean you have to avoid the situation.
Yeah.
You just look for the step to get away from fucking the one you fell into last time. You know what I'm saying? And the goddamn it, some places that you try to reach have way more failures than others. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever so if you fail 2 times at one thing and succeeded, don't think if you try something different, it's going to happen the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
I mean, Andre 3000 actually said it in a song, Sorry, when he was on T.I.'s track, Sorry, yeah. He said, why do we try so hard to be stars just to dodge comets?
that's what's up, yo.
That sounds like some beat.
I remember that fucking verse too, man. That was my shit,
Who
yo.
said that?
Andre 3K on T.I.'s track, Sorry.
Yeah, I remember
on
that.
On the Trouble
fucking,
Man album.
Yep. That was when he was doing the dual shit. The dual person. Yeah, that was one of my favorite albums. You know, Haitian used to play that shit a lot.
Yep. Yeah, and so thank you guys for letting me drop that on the show.
Yeah, no doubt, man. You still didn't show a picture of it. I want.
Oh,
to
my
see
bad,
that.
my bad. I got you right.
I know we can't show it on the camera, but I want to look at that shit.
Yeah, let me get the alternative link so you guys can see like the live store. Let's see if you get a good view of that.
Yeah, definitely, yo. Yo, thanks to everybody who's been tuning in and everything, man. We back, MELLO-ROOM official, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. He's right here. Thanks to these guys. Juicy, what is it? Game
Juicy
night.
Game
right?
Night.
Juicy Game Night. I don't remember fucking names, so you just got to tell me one more time.
That's all good.
What's your name again, brother?
My name is Eris. I'm the COO of
Eris.
Juicy Game Night.
My name is Josh. I'm
Josh.
the CAO of Juicy
Eris
Game
and
Night.
Josh. I promise you, I will remember your names next time. I'm sorry.
It's all right, John. You don't
So,
have to
Eris,
worry
you're
about it.
the CEO, you said, right?
COO. Yeah.
Oh,
Eris
Yeah,
and
Alex
Josh.
is the CEO. He's running brackets right now.
Big man.
Yeah, let me check out what this hat looks like. It's loading.
Yeah, it's loaded. It's the pink one.
Oh, you already got like a shop and everything. That's
Yeah.
what's up, man. That's cool. So is this where they can find that stuff at? That
Yeah.
Streamlabs?
Yeah, the tinyurl.com/juicy merch. Like, just keep it short and simple. Everybody can check that out. And then
So you're like using somebody else's store to sell your shit?
yeah, so they allow streamers to provide a free platform to be able to sell merchandise for and we can choose the cost of it. And we get to choose our own profit margins and everything on that.
That's what's up,
And
man.
which platform are you using for that?
Streamlabs.
Streamlabs.
Yes.
Oh, Streamlabs was one of the
That's
things
what's up, man. I like the other hats, yo. Those are fitteds or snaps?
They're snaps.
Snaps.
Yeah, they do fitteds as well, and they also do embroideries on those hats. That's why I was asking Jose earlier about because we're gonna
I like
do.
you guys' logo too, man. Here you go, brother.
Yeah, no, thank you. One of the things that we try to do is try to keep it as diverse as possible, and we also like getting the community involved with doing their own commissions and everything. So we commission them for the art, and then they get it posted on our,
I got
on
one
our
of their
merchandise.
T-shirts here.
Yeah, this one was actually.
I like that.
They show that one right there too.
This is one of our commissioned arts.
Yes,
Check it out.
so that one is actually made from one of the former artists for
Decay.
for NetherRealm Studios. The guys that
Yeah,
made the guys that made Mortal Kombat and Injustice.
That's
He's
what's up, yo.
the art one of the artists that made this for us. We
So
commissioned
that's original drawing.
That's
then.
all original.
That's what's up, man. Do you guys own that drawing?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So you guys own the rights to that artwork.
Everything that you've seen,
Nice.
everything that you
That's
see
how
on
you
our
do
store,
it,
we own the
brother.
rights on it. Yeah, trademarked and
yeah.
everything.
You got
Yeah,
a team of artists working real hard all the time.
all the time.
Those guys are non-stop.
There's something that's been bugging me since the start of the show.
Sure.
And it's you guys have been specifying the fight games,
Yes.
but you guys started FPS, right?
Haven't started yet. We're kicking off our FPS scene with the release of the new Modern Warfare game.
So that's why I haven't heard anything
That's
about
right.
it.
Exactly.
It's coming out real
See,
soon.
you're not supposed to be- yeah.
No. No, you're no. This
No,
has
no,
been.
this has been common
Yeah.
knowledge. Only the people who've been asking about it know about it.
Oh, cool,
Okay, and
cool.
since I asked,
Now you know.
so yeah. What's going on with the whole fight scene for Smash Brothers and rights, where they're actually gonna start charging people to?
Okay, that's actually
Nintendo?
interesting.
Do you get what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
No,
I-
are they starting to charge people to run tournaments? Did they franchise?
I read
Oh.
somewhere that Nintendo is going to start
Running their own
charging
circuit?
fees to play the game. I don't know.
Damn, Nintendo's trying to do that to people.
I don't.
I'm-
And I heard
I mean,
it's
that could be
because
a rumor, though.
And what I read, I may have the things.
No, it's all good. I think I know what he's talking about. So like you talking about like when Nintendo sponsors tournaments or like when they
I
or
heard
like when
that this is overall they may possibly start charging a fee
Hmm.
to play
Yeah.
the game in and of itself.
okay.
I see Josh over there like, what the fuck is he talking about?
No, I think
And this was something that I overheard maybe about a week ago, and I just
no, it's
just
fine.
get so confused that I couldn't even bring it up to him and shit, and I feel like
No, it's
okay.
okay. No, it's actually good though. So there's we actually had a scare recently, not with Nintendo, but this might be on the same wavelength with Call of Duty when they're doing their franchising for the World League, which is which they changed up the structure where it's almost like the game Overwatch, where they have their league where cities and states buy team spots for lots of money. And only those teams, like for example, like
What do you mean,
states,
cities and states.
So,
like, theoretically-
they represent a whole city or a state. For example, like Optic Gaming, they owned the Houston Outlaws. They had to re-franchise and name themselves after a city in order to represent themselves in the Overwatch League tournament.
And you got the
Right,
new.
right, right.
By the way, they linked the colors for the league.
Oh yeah, and so one of the things that we thought was crazy is that one of the rumors that have spread to our direction was that we weren't going to be allowed to host local events because of the franchising, because of the franchising issue. Because what would happen is that if the team already if the state already has a city or like a state a team that represents the whole state or a city inside that area, you cannot host locals.
But how does that work though? How are you?
You have to buy. It's literally a bidding process.
So-
you have to buy in.
Right. You have to
So
buy
it's
that
kinda like
spot.
liquor license.
You have to buy that
Yeah.
spot. And so right now, there's one team from Florida. So one guy is only able to send a tournament or a team to represent Florida. Now, if
Well,
he wanted to,
Even
he could.
though you guys may have more of a pull,
But
than
we don't
he
have. We
does.
don't have. We're not in the league, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
He spent the money to make sure he got that spot. Now, if we had $100,000 to just throw away, and
that's not even enough.
How much?
And that's not even close to being
How
enough.
much money do you think he's able to profitize? On
I couldn't give you a number.
I could.
You could?
Yeah. So
boy.
let's put this into perspective. Actually, now that we're in this.
See, and this is where I want to kind of get.
No, this is good. This is the nitty gritty. So this is the nitty gritty about esports that people don't know about. So a lot of people think of the team, like when it comes to Call of Duty, you've probably heard of the team 100 Thieves.
Right.
They're the guys that have like the red, black, and white outfit. They're one of the most well-known teams ever when it comes to the Call of Duty franchise in the competitive scene.
Okay.
These guys bid over $50 million for a spot to represent in the Call of Duty World League, and it was not
they-
enough.
They bid $50
The
million.
bid started at $15 million.
It started at 35.
$35 million.
Yeah.
It started at 35.
Lucas, we in the fucking wrong business.
No, but like they dropped 35 mil on a facility recently for their new headquarters.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But esport, that's how much money is just circulating with one team.
And it's still young.
They got outbid by Team Envy, and I think Envy dropped 75
Wow,
mil on that spot.
that's crazy.
And that's just like the tip of the iceberg as to what's going on right now in the country. Like there are teams that are bidding 7 figures,
Just-
7 to 8 figures off rip because of the fact that they just want that spot because it does make that money back.
Money, yeah.
Now it's
Because
Generates it
because
back.
now that they have the franchise, they're
You're
able
the only
to
one there.
they're able to
Yep.
manipulate their branding to a point where they're able to get so much money from sponsorships. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Sponsorships
yeah.
want in on your franchise.
So
the
wanna
sponsors
be
are doing
affiliated
crazy.
with the name Call of Duty, and since you have the rights to use that
The
name,
name?
Yeah.
You can get money from anywhere.
So, do you guys have sponsors, or you guys just do everything out of?
As of as of right now, everything has been out of our pocket. Like in terms of like it's everything is self-sufficient, like out of ourselves.
So you guys don't have any sponsors at all?
we work with other companies and other orgs, but
we aren't
Anybody
officially
in
sponsored.
particular you might want to shout out to just kind of get the name out there for just kind of like.
We can, like for example, like
Can
we.
you do it legally? Can you?
Yeah, no, we can.
All right.
For example, like for our monthly, just recently, Astro Gaming, the guys that do the headsets and the peripheral
Yeah,
equipment,
yeah, no,
and they allowed us to give away nearly $3,000 worth
At least.
of merchandise, like from
That's
the
crazy.
mix amps, the mod kits, the headsets, and also 2 of their
Astro
newest controllers.
C40.
That's what's up, yo.
Yeah, the
Astro
C.
Gaming.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Crucian.
Crucian, you're sick,
That's what's
dude.
up.
Yeah,
bro.
Crucian, who's one of the Astro reps, actually lives in Florida, and we were very lucky in terms of being able to work out a deal where he would be, and he wanted to check out events anyway, so he was like, you know what, I'll talk to some people, and he worked it out for us.
Let's smoke, bro.
And when that happened, you know, for us, like it was a really big deal because that's one of the first times where we've had so many people have a positive feedback for the amount of stuff that we gave away, especially when you have a name like Astro that's involved with gaming.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about people. We're talking about an account that has at least 1 million followers on Twitter, and they're
Wow.
verified.
That's amazing.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
Like,
crazy.
you know, some people that have that type of outreach is huge for us, and you know, being able to work with them. You know, sure they didn't sponsor our event, but the
Yeah.
fact that
just
they
to
were
have
just
to know
to-
your name.
exactly. And the other thing too is that, you know, I told Josh, and I also told a couple other players that come over to our events. I said we're one of the few. Think of it this way. Even though we aren't sponsored, we're probably one in like 15,000 people who probably was able to get product to give away in the first place.
Really?
Think about it this way, like, you know, we're talking about sponsorship applications, everything.
Yeah.
Like 1 in 1,000, 1 in even 10,000 probably.
So how much does it? So let's get in from the base of me finding out about one of your events.
Sure.
What is the base? Start off. Where do I go? How much does it cost? Does it cost anything? Because then you got your monthlies and you got your weeklies, right?
Correct.
Right.
Mm.
So from the ground up, if I wanted to become a competitive gamer in one of your tournaments, how's that all run?
So so I'm going to give you 2 aspects because we actually just bought a company recently and we haven't even officially announced that yet. So y'all going to get the inside scoop on that too. So
This is
You like
Yeah.
this side
we're
story?
talking about this stuff no one knows yet.
we're going to talk about it.
What's up, guys?
We're going to give that legal clearance
Welcome
because
to
we
MELLO-ROOM,
can. So the first thing is like for Juicy's, Juicy Game Night hosts tournaments where it's $5 venue and then $3 entry per game. So, for example, like if you want to do Dragon Ball Fighters, it's $3 for that. Tekken 7, $3 for that, like for the entry. So total of at least minimum $8, right? But if you bring a setup or a console, like for example, that has all the characters as we discussed earlier, you'll be able to get $5 off. So you only have to pay $3 per game.
Okay.
So some people can pay $8, some people can pay $3, some people can pay as much as $9 because of the fact that they just entered 3 games, but they brought a setup.
Okay.
So the price will always differ depending on the number of games and also what they bring to the table in terms of like helping us be able to run the tournament efficiently.
Do you guys
Now this is just weeklies, by the way.
do you guys have like controllers? I know a lot of people like have their own custom controllers.
Fight
are
sticks?
they allowed to bring those?
Yes, they are. As long as they're legal, yes.
Right, you can a controller can have.
What does legal mean?
So
A controller can have modifications to where it could potentially input a double movement.
So you're not allowed to bring controllers that you can pre-program certain.
No. You can have pre-programmed controllers, but if
Really?
I had 2 forward
so
buttons,
so you allow pre-programmed controllers.
yeah, so it's weird. So like here's how to explain it. Like for example, you know like the Cronus Max.
I don't even know any of this shit because
Okay.
of my son, by the way.
Okay, no, that's fine. So the only reason why like so for example like there was a USB that used to be out called the Cronus Max.
Yeah.
And that was known to be able to be like one of the best converters at its time because you were able to do what's called the turbo function. So like you're able to press buttons rapidly and all that type of stuff.
That's from back. Remember the Game Shark days back in the day?
Turbo Game Sharks were broken.
Yes.
Bro. You could do some crazy stuff with those things.
Yeah. And
No joke.
Yeah.
I've seen people reverse engineer a Game Shark controller back in the day.
Dear God. I don't even want to talk about that.
I didn't want to get my hands on one of those.
Yeah, and so like what happens is that the Cronus Max, because of the fact that it had the turbo button, people were pressing one button, but it was actually pressing like dozens of times because of the way that it was programmed through that. So those are illegal. You can't use those in tournament play.
Right.
However, you can use for example, like the Astro controller, the C40. If you pop it up on your screen real quick, we can get a little visual. The Astro C40 has what's called the back paddles, just like SCUF controllers, but you can program those to be different directional inputs, or even like the square, the triangle, the circle, and the X. Like you can program it though. You can program those.
But
back
they
paddles.
have to be the buttons.
Exactly.
Can't be like one button controls everything.
Exactly. So it's only programming one button at a time, and that's one of the things that is allowed now. There's no rule against.
That's a fucking sexy ass controller though.
And so
That
and
shit looks
yeah.
like
It feels
the
as good as it
Lamborghini
looks.
It does.
Yeah,
It
it
feels
looks
better for me. It feels better than it looks. And also, here's one of the crazy parts about it. So you see, like how it's based right here. Like you see this part right here. The like
you
the
still here, big dog?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was moving my car.
Oh
yes.
shit! I thought
Yeah. So like
Damn, y'all niggas kicking me out.
yeah, these
Nah,
right.
nah.
This
Didn't
right
even
here
know
where you see these screws are
you left
plates.
for mad long and shit.
Yeah, we got in depth.
Yeah, we're going hard
We're
in the
deep
paint
right now.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, so like so you see like these 4 circles right here on the
Yeah.
controller.
Right,
Those
right.
are actually screws that'll lift the top plate off, and you can readjust where the
Okay.
D-pad is and the analog stick.
Okay, I get you.
And so that way you can play like on a PlayStation type of format, or you can play on an Xbox
Oh,
format.
okay,
I've
that's
seen
dope.
my son
That's cool.
Go into the actual Xbox setting and pre-program his controller.
See, that we don't allow. Yeah, that we've seen, but we can't allow that anymore, unfortunately.
Why?
Because you have to physically go back
And
put
change
it back together.
Yeah, because like for example, like on a tournament on a large scale, like for example, like CEO, which is the largest one in Daytona, where you have like
no, okay.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, and in you're right. Yeah, you can't do that there.
Yeah.
At home, it's cool.
yeah, at home is absolutely fine. We're just saying.
You're gonna be like, hold on a second.
No, people can check their button controls and everything in the game because that's fine.
But not
like
changing the
on the actual console.
Yeah,
console
okay.
controls.
Yeah, because that
No.
fucks up the whole default.
Somebody like setting up the controls. And,
We'll know when something's up, like when it takes more than a minute. We'll actually like people will bring it to our attention and be like, "Hey, there's
Everything
something wrong."
follows kind of a time frame. You know,
Yeah.
They call the match, they sit down, they play their match, they get up, they report their match.
Yeah.
You know, so when something is out of line, you know.
Yeah, we'll investigate that. Like when we have to put out a fire, we will.
Yeah.
You know, it's just one of those scenarios where, like, for example, especially like when those events are being streamed, like when you're on the stream setup
Yeah,
itself.
when you're on your Twitch stream.
Or somebody else's, like for example, like we're talking about other people's consoles. This isn't your personal console that you're changing up the controls on, which is what people need to be aware.
Discount for providing
Exactly, and the other thing too, right, is that like on the major tournaments, those are like you aren't bringing your own console. Those are the big scale tournaments where companies are lending those consoles, and so when they put what's called the master console on the stream setup, it has every single game, and you change the controls on the personal console, and somebody else goes up on stream because of the fact that you didn't change those buttons back. How are they going to know?
Right.
Not everybody knows about that setting.
Exactly. I get you. So yeah, of
And
course
you
that would make it illegal because it's a pain in the fucking ass.
Yep, and you get yourself into some major trouble because like now you're not. In some cases, you're breaking the Pro Tour rules for the game that you're changing those controllers for.
Because
making it illegal.
The rules are basically, to play this game, you have to have these certain settings in the fucking console itself. So.
Exactly. All those have to be default.
So when people bring their consoles in, you guys inspect them before.
Correct. So, well, we're going to be able to detect it most of the time. Like we hope that people are going to default it, but if we do need to investigate it, then we will. Because we aren't going to come up on somebody else's property without permission.
Well, they're bringing it to you, so they.
We really rabbit trailed, didn't we?
Yeah. I would imagine. I would imagine.
Yeah, because for example, like if somebody has an issue like with their controller. Like we're gonna investigate all of it. They're gonna be like, "Hey, like my inputs are wrong for some reason," and we're gonna talk about it.
Of course, it's gonna have any fucking sports rules and shit like that, and refs before you've got money on the line with this shit, yo. I'm pretty sure they got gambling going on for this shit and everything, like in Vegas and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure when you hold big tournaments like that. Vegas got his hand in it too.
I mean, if you want to talk about Vegas, the largest tournament in the world for fighting games is host in the Mandalay Bay Center.
I would imagine shit like this.
Don't
they have like a whole sports tournament thing? Don't they have like a whole sports league now, like where they play online the video game?
Yeah, they do online sports leagues. You have the 2K league where the actual NBA teams are picking up players and paying them salaries.
That's what I'm saying. They actually have they're paying them salaries to play the video game.
5 figures to play NBA.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So what's the match?
That's crazy.
Hey, have y'all ever had somebody get super tight and throw a controller, break a TV?
I was ready to ask that question too. I'm glad that you asked that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Saltiest Smash moments.
I'm pretty sure.
Saltiest Smash moments.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. There's a whole segment.
I can imagine.
Like
in the video game?
Videos.
You get fined for that shit and all
over
that?
a video game, yeah.
Dude, people slamming their controllers on the ground.
People punching walls.
What about
people punching walls?
No, that happened at legit.
They're holding a monster.
No, check this out. Like there's a video I'll never forget. There's a regional that occurred where a Smash player lost. Put a whole wall in that venue, yeah.
That's crazy.
I couldn't do that in public.
I'll
do it at home.
You have to.
See my own home.
You have to be like.
Nah, I won't even do that. I could play video games for about an hour and a half before when I start losing, then I get mad. I won't smash the controller. I just turn the shit off.
We had one player
mid-game. I'll be like, fuck that shit.
I'm done.
Nah. Yeah.
No. Like we had.
I've had both moments. I'll shut it off, and I've had moments where I'm like, "This is some bullshit."
Yeah.
No, it's true. Like we've had people where it's like, "Yeah, man, that's fucking bullshit," and then they go outside, like they chilling.
Yeah.
But then we've had one player. At our original spot at the hookah lounge, mans went outside after he lost a set, threw his controller on the sidewalk, and then it almost went into the street, and a car was coming.
Did he get ran over?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Luckily, he didn't have to play in the bracket no more. But yeah, that was. But here's the thing.
Expecting that out of
that's
Derek,
that's a $70 control. Like it was the Wii U remote controller, like the Pro controller, which is like $60-$70 a piece.
Fucking crazy.
You don't
Just the
think about
money
it at the
alone
moment.
for video games is off the chain.
Mm-hmm. I would hate for somebody to throw something like that. You know how much this controller costs?
So listen,
$210.
Listen, even if that shit costs $20,
Yes, sir.
I'd be mad.
Wow.
Even if that
It's
bitch
worth
costs
it.
$20, I'd be mad somebody broke my
That
shit, yo.
It looks.
Luckily, it's not like you're bringing your own controller. Like you're not bringing your controller to the event for other people to use. We're
So
just
you
talking about
just provide the console.
exactly. Yeah, nobody's gonna throw like somebody else's controller. Then you'd be out of the venue for sure. But like we're talking about like somebody, because there's been events so like luckily it hasn't happened to us, but like some people be slamming their fists on other people's consoles.
Yeah,
Or they punch
yeah.
the monitor.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Has anybody even broken the TV and shit like that?
Not at our event.
Could you imagine security grabbing fucking like somebody over there?
You'd probably see that more at a major scale event.
Yo,
Usually at the locals and
I
our
can only
monthlies,
imagine at Madden
it's
events.
only our
Bunch of
regulars.
fucking meatheads, like,
No.
Madden. I'm pretty sure niggas get mad as fuck at that shit.
No, Madden was the game that had the shooting in Jacksonville. So
Yeah.
like, you know, it's just one of those things. No,
Shit
it's
gets hot,
crazy.
man.
No, people be getting hot.
Yeah.
I was actually supposed to be over there.
oh shit.
Wow.
It's crazy. Like I was actually supposed to be over there helping to referee that event. And we know the guy. I actually personally know the guys who were involved in that incident. The streamer and the tournament organizer.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And
Shit.
you know, like it's one of those things where
They got
like.
like 3 MELLO-ROOM exclusives.
people getting
like-
fucking serious, yo. out there for
people
that
be
shit.
you know, and that's why, like, for example, like for a time too, like people were scared of video games, and it's always a recurring process of like, oh, are video games healthy? Like, you know, is it inducing
that's-
violent
like
behavior?
I said
Listen, when I lived in Philly and I was shooting at people and shit, I had nothing to do with video games.
Like I was saying, like in
Before
the,
video games.
like
I
said,
never understood that theory.
Nah, I never
the
did
movies
either.
made me do it, or the.
Look, I was doing bad
never-
shit.
I'd be
I was
psycho,
doing
bro.
bad shit before they had bad video games.
Yeah, like I've never understood that theory.
My
That
video
was a
game,
cop-out to
my
me.
favorite bad video game was the original Grand Theft Auto, and I remember being a
Paperboy.
kid
And that
walking
was-
around being like, "Yo, imagine they had a game doing the shit we do,"
Yeah.
and then they fucking came out with Grand
You know
Theft
how many
Auto, and I
times- you
was
know how
like,
many
"Yo,
times-
this is crazy,
You know how
son."
many times I banged a hooker on GTA and then slapped that bitch and got my money back? I ain't doing that shit
You
in
know how
real
many
life. You know
times
what
I
I'm
banged
saying?
a hooker?
I ain't doing that shit.
I'm
in real
just saying,
life.
like, yo, we're in Jersey, niggas stole cars and did all that crazy shit before the video game came out. You know, so like,
that shit is a cop out, man. That
yeah,
shit is a
it
cop-out.
is.
No,
It
and like, you
definitely
know,
is.
for
How
us,
would you set up a GTA tournament?
I wouldn't.
You couldn't.
I
Yeah,
would
it's not
never.
competitive.
You know
Yeah.
what you could do?
People would
Is
go
how
off
long
on
can
their
you
own
survive?
tangents.
I bet you the one way you could do it is
Somebody
make
would just
sure
get
you
mad
survive
and just
put a
start shooting
5-star,
everything up.
and then like whoever like gets out or survives the longest wins. There it is. Here's your payout.
Or
You
like
set up a
basically.
private server.
That's the only way I can
Or
think of
fastest
doing it.
bank robbery, something.
But you would have to have
Fastest
a lot.
heist, yeah.
Nah, you would have to have like a lot of people though in one world for it to be like the
who
first.
wanna-
It was
Who
what,
wanna play
24,
it?
right? And GTA Live is 24 people.
I don't know, dude.
I have no idea. I haven't played GTA since San Andreas.
Really?
You said you're like, yo, this is
Nah,
Damn,
so
that-
2000.
That last jump was tough though. That's
I
the
haven't
only
played
games
that
I
shit in a
played
long
on, so
time either.
GTA, Madden, and NBA.
I love GTA. I love it.
No,
I
GTA.
fucking love that
The
game.
last one that came out.
Yo, 5? Yeah.
Nah,
Yo,
the first
tough.
one
No,
was
five-
the best
five is
one.
still-
Still alive?
The first
Ah,
one was
one
their
for
best
Xbox?
one. It was
Yeah.
on
You
computer.
got Xbox?
Yeah, but I've only
Yeah,
played
no.
it once or twice.
Yo,
like.
add me Raise Bomb, bro.
Yeah, I don't play. I got a 360 and an Xbox One at
Okay,
home,
you gotta have
and that
me,
shit
bro.
I don't even turn it on, bro.
Yo,
To be honest,
pass me the Xbox One. Your boy needs to go on both
I
sides. of the
really
fence.
don't even use it, bro. To be honest,
So you guys use what consoles? PlayStation?
PS4, yeah.
And, I mean, PlayStation 2.
No, PlayStation 4s, yeah.
PlayStation 4 and
Yeah.
360?
No, just PlayStation 4s.
360, look, I'm fucking...
So
Yeah, you're
you
all
just
good.
only do PSs
Um,
in your tournaments?
yes, the reason.
Oh, I like you guys even better because I'm a fucking PS guy.
Hey,
So-
look, the reason.
Sorry.
The reason being is that for most of the major tournaments, PlayStation has been sponsoring the large scale ones, so we want to make sure that we follow up with the standards to
Okay.
give people that tournament
Okay,
experience.
okay.
Of course, for Smash, we have to do Switch. Because that's the only game that it's hosted on.
I like that Switch shit though.
Yeah, and
That's the
the
one
Switch
that's
is
the one I
nice.
got in the house.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a nice portable console, even though it has
Hey,
a lot of flaws.
how many
Connected.
people?
Can you still look at it on its screen?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You can.
So do people actually look at that screen instead of the projector?
Yeah.
Or their
Some
It's
people
a
do.
controller and a
Like on
it's
the
a
Wii U.
controller and a screen.
yeah. On the Wii, for example, like the Wii U, the console that came out beforehand, people used to play on the tablet instead of watching the screen on the monitor.
How many people?
What's the success rate on something like that?
I don't know the statistics. I can tell you like preferences. Like most people prefer playing on the GameCube controller because that's the most comfortable controller built of all time. That's facts.
How many people come to one of you
The
guys
game
tournaments?
controller
Like,
is.
Average 20 to 40 people, depending on the
Wow.
day.
Nice.
Like on Tuesdays, like today, we might have around 20. We might be able to hit 40 because there's a $50 pot bonus provided by our community for Dragon Ball today.
That's right.
So,
And how do you guys like market that? You guys like Facebook, like social media, and stuff?
social media, and word of mouth.
Bro. And you guys are from here. I don't know if I missed it, but
No, you got. Yeah, we're from here.
Yeah,
I actually. Yeah, he lives like 5 minutes from here. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
My bad.
Yeah, no,
I'll
you
catch
good.
it on the, I'll catch it on the stream later.
No, it's all good. You know, like. But that's what,
Reiterate it.
yeah, like we always share it on social media and everything. He lives like 5 minutes from this spot. I live like 10-15 minutes from here.
But you guys went to school and everything. Like you guys came up in this area.
Yeah, I met him in high school. Actually, no, before high school.
What high school y'all went to?
St. Cloud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I actually went to
Location
Osceola High.
revealed.
Yeah, I went to Osceola High School first, and then went over to St. Cloud. Yeah,
Oh, that's dope, man.
bless you.
That's what's up, man. So
Yeah.
you guys are doing big things with that video game shit, man.
We're
So
trying.
I hope it gets bigger for you guys, man.
We're trying, man.
Strategic gaming club.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's how it started actually. In high school, like we did the
Hey,
strategic
man,
gaming
you
club.
gotta start somewhere, man.
Yeah, you know,
This story started in the garage.
it
just
started
like
with
this.
Naruto.
Naruto, the video game. I never got
Naruto.
to play that shit.
Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm
really,
2
really fun.
and
Yeah.
and Revolution Ultimate Ninja Storm
I got a
Revolution.
couple cousins, man, who would for sure go to that. Straight up.
Yo, if they come through, like let me know because I'll play
We
anybody
gotta
in
keep in
Naruto.
touch,
We'll
man.
send
We
you the
gotta
Addy.
definitely keep in touch. You
Come
know,
on
we
out.
like to build a community through all this shit
Yeah.
too, man. You know.
I mean, like one of the things that I think people need to understand is that there's so much more than it's so much more now than sitting in front of a screen, and we're glad that people like you guys have been able to ask us as many questions as you have because a lot of people don't ask.
They don't know shit.
They just jump to conclusions
It's
and then
video
they don't
games.
ask it. Yeah,
It's video games.
I mean they even.
Well,
even-
you gotta understand, man. Times is changing, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's like what I was saying earlier, man. The future, they're teaching you how to pilot spaceships, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is for future for people that are going to travel space. How they going to do it with controllers and learning how to
Exactly.
button press fast and get out of certain situations, man.
Practice,
That's
repetition.
all it is, yo.
muscle memory,
Grind.
everything.
Muscle memory and
Yeah,
shit.
like, it's just
Like
like the
any
same way that
other-
Ray's able to type with one hand.
Because on a serious note, if it wasn't, there would be no way that the powers would let this type of thing blow up the way it does. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be making money like this. There would be no market for it. It would still just be video games.
Yeah, it's all timing though, and also like the evolution of it because for seeing how people have been able to utilize it as a tool to evolve
Yep.
in careers.
Yeah.
Audio engineering, graphic design, motion pictures, animation. Like, there's so many different things and even music. Like, we're talking about like so many different things that branch out from just doing one action.
It's the future.
It's crazy.
It's the future.
Exactly. Oh, something you might like, Ray, because I know I think I have to entertain y'all with this one. People play on arcade sticks.
Like they bring the whole fucking.
Yeah.
Paddle.
No, not like the whole.
I've
They
seen
play.
the
They,
whole
Are
bottom
they
of a
successful?
cabinet.
Are they successful?
The whole
Yes.
battle cabinet of the
They're
part.
as successful as somebody who's bringing in their own controller.
Yeah.
So they
no, like
stand
not
there.
the cabinet,
the
but
best
like it's like a
players-
portable.
Oh,
It's like
I
a
know,
portable
I know.
fight stick. Yeah.
I've seen them. Before.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
Always
cool.
fun.
That's cool as shit, yo.
And
That's
they're
how.
successful.
That's
The
innovative
best
as
players
hell.
are using.
Some of the best players in the world. Yeah, especially for Street
No
Fighter.
way.
Yeah,
The
for
best
Street
player.
Fighter and Tekken. Yeah.
That's innovative as
Street
shit.
Fighter, Tekken.
That's innovative as shit, though. If you think
Sonic
about
Fox is
it.
just pad, but we don't.
Yeah, we don't talk about him.
Wait, hold on. What?
They're great.
Sonic Fox. Yeah, he's one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
And for Mortal Kombat
And he
games,
plays on one of these.
He plays on pad.
Yeah.
But like
play
for example,
on pad.
his rival
Or,
though, his name is Goichi. He's one of the best anime fighting game players in the world. He plays on a fighting stick. He plays
That's
on
crazy.
He plays on what's
That's
called the
crazy
Razor
how in
Pantera.
depth this shit gets, right?
Yeah. No, like he that fight stick costs like $175.
Now, how do you become like one of the best? Like
You
what-
practice.
Like, what's
Practice.
the rank?
You
Practice.
gotta compete like it.
Go to tournaments.
Everybody's way of coming up is different. There's some rare cases where you just play online and then you just come over to an online tournament. Like sorry, you play online and then you come to an offline tournament and then you just shamble everybody. There's only been like 5 cases that I know of that's happened.
Right.
Actually, sorry, 3. And
Everyone
then,
has different play styles.
but
Right,
everybody has a different way of being able to learn.
Have you guys had anybody in any of your tournaments who just like took off and you were like, damn, where does this guy come from?
Yes, actually, several.
That's Sco Pando.
Yeah.
Hit him.
So Pando.
Dude, this dude came from at our monthly. He was from Europe. And
Scotland.
He was Scotland, excuse me.
Yeah, Scotland. Yeah.
And he was on vacation.
Great Scott.
And our monthly was just happening in the same place.
Yeah, it just
So-
happened to be the right place.
And
Right place,
he
right
came
time.
in, we didn't know that he was a top player.
Yeah.
Where he lived, and he just wiped the floor with half
That's
of our time.
crazy.
He went in
That
third.
shit on purpose.
Came in third, bro.
And then to answer your question, Jose, we actually, for example, like for Dragon Ball Fighters, we have three players. Two of them are sponsored. One of them being Ezekiel, or Supernatural Haste, or Natural Haste as he calls himself now. One of the best DBFZ players in the state, free. Like he's actually top 5 in our state. And then you have Finesse God, or Finesse Dan as he goes by. And he actually just recently got 13th at the largest anime fighting game tournament here in Florida.
That's what's up.
13th. Yeah, he tied for 13th out of, I think, over 300 players.
That's crazy.
Whoa,
That's what's up, man.
that's a heavy pool right there. 300 people.
Yeah.
And then he has a chance to progress. Like when you do all these tournaments, you win some kind of check coming out. On
Yeah,
top.
you
There's like a top 3, top 5,
top 8, sometimes
Top
top
8.
16. Like for me, like for example, like for that Fortnite tournament that we talked about earlier, where the first prize player won
Six.
$3 million. You're right. You're right on the adjustment. Where I got the 6 from is that 60th place got 60,000.
Nice.
60th place.
That's a good chunk of
You have to
change,
be in the
man.
top 60 people to
Yeah,
get
let me-
$60,000.
That's
60th out of how many?
I
But
think I might have
thousands.
to have engineering this shit.
Thousands.
These kids played
For
in
hours,
brackets
too, right?
across
Yeah,
the world.
around the world.
And
You
then
know,
he qualified for
so.
an
Is there
event,
like a
and
time
then-
limit, like for the event
Oh, wait,
itself?
wait, he's placed 60th
and got 60,000.
But he was in
out
the
of
top
like 60
60.
million people that probably play video games around the world.
That's a big number, but yeah, something like
How
that.
many people do you think play video games on a worldwide scale?
Like in
Even
general?
if- yeah, in general, not competitively, but as a general whole.
2 billion.
2
Easy.
billion?
I think 2 billion people play video games. I think so.
It's gotta be.
There's
probably-
7
I don't
billion
even
people on
think
this
you can
planet.
put a
and
number on it.
I think that 2 billion people play.
That's a good least number.
2 billion people that play how many minutes or hours?
You can't fucking.
That one I don't know.
Yeah, you can't
I
fucking.
just-
We're trying to get deep.
Like.
What I'm saying is, so what is the scale of who really plays video games?
So what do you
think two-
define?
So you think, yeah. So
What do you
exactly.
define it as?
All right, you're trying to ask
What is the
something like,
definition?
all right, get your calculator out. You ready?
No, it's fine. Like so, for example, like I think that anybody who
What's the definition of somebody who actually plays video games? So yes, we have the 2 billion number.
at least an hour a week,
At least. Wow.
an hour a week.
You think
I can give you a story right now on a competitive player
you
who
think
has
a
3
quarter of the
kids.
human population.
Yeah,
Plays for an hour a week.
An hour a week is
That's
not
about
bad.
my limit.
an hour a week,
That's about my limit.
not an hour a day.
Like I
an
just
hour a
told
week.
you, I'd be like, I can play for like an hour and I'm done. I'll be like,
that's
yeah.
it.
and you're satisfied
But you
And
still
I'm
go back
average,
and
and I don't even have a fucking video.
because you didn't say you said not competitive.
Yeah, not competitive.
Yeah, exactly, an hour a week.
play.
I mean,
How
just
many-
think
how,
of-
how many. What, let's get a guesstimate.
Just think a full game of Madden is if you play it at 5 minutes a quarter. That's 30 minutes of playing right there.
But you think 2?
I mean, I know it's 20 minutes,
billion-
but I'm saying
you
adding
think
the
2 billion people
Play 1 hour a
play
week.
at least 1 hour.
Yeah, I
More,
mean, that's,
I'll say more.
A week is a lot of time to
There's
play a 1 hour.
There's
Yeah, that's-
8.9 billion.
I'm gonna
people
say at
on
least
the
30% of
7.2.
that. I'm gonna say at least.
7.2.
I'm gonna say at least.
Oh, okay, so it's
I'm gonna
the
say.
same last
So I'll
10
say
years.
3.1 billion people play at least an hour a week.
Yeah, that's true.
At least
You
30%.
just said like half of the fucking
Nah.
human population.
That's true. I believe it's.
I think it's less than half because like
More of the human population doesn't even have a place to take a shit.
yeah, but
which is true, but
but
Yeah.
but
But here's the
majority
thing, though.
of them live in
some
the
people
area.
can come over to other people's
30 or
houses.
40%
Yeah.
of the planet fucking has a place to adequately fucking
Yeah.
dispose of the
Look how many
human
people
waste.
live in China alone.
China,
Then you have America, and then you have Russia.
even
India,
Africa.
Well, we
Africa.
didn't. You have
India, Africa.
yeah.
Africa has actually a huge spotlight on it right now because one of the
They're
most
getting a
popular
lot of
Tekken
technology
players is
now.
from South Africa.
and they're getting a lot of technology
She's been
now.
killing, yeah.
That dude, all
Just
countries-
in fucking Wisconsin alone, I guarantee you.
Yeah,
There's
word up.
there's fucking 2,000 people in there fucking around.
Yeah,
You
2
think
billion
there's-
is not
you
a
think
big
there's
number.
2,000 people in Wisconsin taking this shit somewhere in the open.
Oh yeah,
2 billion people is not a big number.
I stand by that comment.
Not to
You're not a
7.2.
Green Bay fan, are
That's
you?
like
He said, "I stand
that's
by
like
the
1/6.
I'm giving it one. I'm honestly giving it like 1/3. Honestly,
One
like
third of the human population is actively playing 1 hours.
That's
or
what I
more
think.
two out of 7.
of the-
2 out of 7 people. Like
I
that's
agree with
that's-
that.
Yeah, that's nearly 2 out of 6. Yeah,
I agree with that.
yeah. I think 1/3 of the population because like not everybody has to have a console.
Now, if
play.
somebody
You know what I'm
somebody
saying?
plays
You're
2
right.
hours a week, are we averaging
And I
that
do know
into the
some
1
people
hour?
that would rather play video
And you
games
got phones
than
too.
buy a toilet.
And you got phones and shit like that.
Yeah, and you also have the phones for the mobile games too. Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I for sure play an hour a week on my phone.
Yo, you know they dug a hole and they're just sitting there like this.
Y'all remember Temple Run, right?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
just playing a game.
Everybody was addicted
Put
to
my
that
hand
shit.
in
Wow.
Temple Run.
Yeah, no, it's true. Like I used to play on PSP.
I mean, just think about how many, what percentage of people in the world would you say have a phone?
More people than on the latrine.
You got to think. So just put that into perspective. If you would say that 4 billion out of 7 billion people have a phone,
Yeah, I could say I could. I see. I'm
You know what I
starting
mean?
to feel these numbers and shit. Because listen, I bet you that you could get more access to games and the internet than you could a fucking.
just think about your last week.
Like,
Yeah,
you can
just,
legit have a hole dug somewhere and just be taking a shit. And just
Yeah.
Like,
just think about the past week you've had and how many people have you seen or ran into, or just even if you didn't talk to them, that you've seen that didn't have a
Ask
phone.
me how many times I went to the bathroom and I had my phone in my
All right, enough about the bathroom. This nigga's stuck on the.
There's not one time you go to the bathroom without your phone.
Yeah,
Never.
And never.
but the numbers that number's not a big number, man. Like,
it's
and
not.
there's so much.
2
There's
billion?
yeah, that's not a big number compared to the amount of people that are on the planet.
And
There's
the,
what,
and the amount of
7.2 billion people?
at least
Even if you put it at a third of the people play, which makes it seem like it's a big number, it's really not.
yeah.
Because, like I said, look at the
gotta see the whole
populations
picture.
around the world. Look who has cell phones. Look at how much is advancing now, and just the tournaments alone tell you, man.
So he put it into perspective because he said 2 out of 7 people.
Yeah.
So when you break it down to that narrow, it's
Yeah, I mean, like, and you know, those 2 people, like, only one of them have to have a console, or
Yeah.
none of them could have a console, and they just go over to a place that does have a cabinet, and that's how it used to be in the old days too, like with people in the 80s, 70s, and 80s when
I
Street
had
Fighter
the
was out.
systems.
Yeah, like not
You
everybody.
think the 70s or 80s was Street Fighter came out in the 90s.
No, like the
He's
the
just
Street
saying
Fighter
that
is
he's
just an
just saying
example.
in
There's
gen-
other games that
yeah,
came out
he's
on
just
cabinets.
saying in
that came out
general
before
that, like, when people have video
Street
games.
fighting since the 80s.
Because there were other
I was a
fighters
little
before
baby,
Street
though.
Fighter.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
just
like,
saying in general, the consoles have people having consoles to play video games.
yeah,
Yo,
know.
you guys ever seen a 3DO? Oh shit.
A 3D what?
Yo,
A what?
the 3DO.
What is it?
It was a console. It was one of the first 64-bit consoles.
Well, nah. I was gonna ask a
it
question.
sounds familiar,
like-
but I haven't seen it for myself.
93.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it for myself.
Yeah, I probably never has heard of it and shit. I've heard of a couple. I've had a different couple systems that people haven't heard
What do
of
you
or
guys
played
think
with.
about the Dreamcast?
It's
Ahead
fucking
of-
legendary.
Ahead of its time, right?
No, it was way.
Super
No, that one. Okay,
ultra ahead of its time.
here are the consoles that are ahead of its time. That were ahead of its time. The Dreamcast.
Yeah,
the
that
game.
definitely
The Game
was.
Boy SP.
What the fuck is that?
Fuck that. You know, Sega CD was before fucking Dreamcast.
Nah,
motherfucker.
I would say I was
Couldn't connect to the internet though.
I know.
and the PlayStation and the PSP. PSP is way too ahead of its time.
Oh, PSP.
The PSP was way too ahead of its time. People didn't understand the concept of how
The
powerful
Vita
that.
was ahead of its time.
No, the Vita was not. It was just the PSP itself, like the concept.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the PSP. Yeah, PSP.
the
PSP as a
handheld,
whole.
a handheld PlayStation.
Vita,
Yeah.
Vita was like.
And
let's
PlayStation
give
is
it
the
a
shit.
But I
second
mean, but it was
go.
a Game Boy with color though, wasn't it?
Nah, it was a handheld PlayStation.
No, like okay, and then you also the Game Boy SP was like a foldable laptop, but then you could also transfer data all the time with your friends. Like it was, and you could also connect it to your GameCube console and transfer your data from, like for example, for Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people still didn't even expose
I
that
take it
shit.
back to memory cards, man. When
Yeah,
you
I know
have to
exactly
take
what
your
you're
memory card
talking
to your
about.
homeboy house.
No, like you still have the memory cards and shit, but like the data was stored on the Game Boy SP, and then you can use that as your memory card.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about for the Pokemon games and shit. My sisters used to have that shit.
This bitch over in the Bronx when I lived in Philly, and then I was literally
Like
able
Fire
to get
Green,
the map
Emerald, and
quest
all that shit.
directions
Yeah, I
to hop
remember
the
that
train
shit.
From fucking Penn Station, and then go all the way to the Bronx and shit to go fuck with this Mary bitch. Hey, shout out. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know where his name
He
is.
died.
This guy is.
All right, yo, that was crazy. So that was dope, man. Just getting the whole insight of the whole video game life and what goes on and shit, yo, man. That was really in depth. I really appreciate that, guys. I really appreciate all y'all for stopping
having
through
us.
and shit, man.
Yeah, for sure.
First fucking episode.
What a way to kick off the first,
Yeah,
the second
man,
season.
definitely. And I didn't even know until like yesterday that you guys were gonna come through. So that was definitely dope, man. I definitely appreciate that shit.
Yeah.
We got a little lost there. Fucking Ray started talking about I don't know what the fuck.
Using the bathroom in a hole.
Yeah, bathrooms in the holes and
As soon as he said the bathroom in the hole, I thought of the Bill Gates documentary that just came out on Netflix.
You watched it?
Yeah, it's actually really good.
yeah, I've been hesitant to watch it.
No, it's actually pretty solid. He funded a project with his own money from him and his wife's foundation to make a toilet run without water.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Really?
You got his attention.
It's called a latrine, una letrina.
A what?
Una letrina. I don't know how
It's like a porta potty.
It's an yeah.
Oh, you said well the
Nah,
thing.
but-
Well, that's not a porta potty. It's
It's
like
not a porta potty.
it's like an outhouse. That's what it's called.
Yeah, there's no running water. It just
No, like,
carries
you
the
shit in a
fucking
bucket.
waste
No, but,
via
like-
gravity and shit.
Yeah, well, like for example, like what those toilets are designed to do though is like to actually like still function, but using that feces. Like it's not just gonna stay in a hole in the ground.
Yeah, right. Recycles itself. Yo.
Exactly.
Take it easy, man. Thank you
people
for
can
coming
use-
through.
So what, like you make compost out
Thank
of
you
it?
for bringing that
Yeah,
stuff by.
man.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's
thanks for
easy.
bringing that stuff by, bro.
Hey, man, hey, if y'all need some merch needs, man, holla at
Yes,
me.
sir.
Definitely.
We'll get your
I don't know, I
info.
got y'all.
I want to talk to you about coasters.
Yeah, we gonna talk. Just hit me up.
Coasters.
All right,
Alright.
all right, man. Y'all take it easy, man.
Take care, Jose.
Yeah, so before we wrap it up, man, I just want to say again, yo, merch for sale, MELLO-ROOM, $20 t-shirts, $30 sweatshirts, $35 for the snapbacks. Hit me up. Ray, if you could, man, just start writing some of that stuff there on the
I'm moving as fast as I can with mechanical fingers.
I know, but just
Use your thumbs.
just start
Or you
doing
put
that
an
now.
Equal sign next to the E.
Just start doing that now and shit.
Press the arrow key.
You heard, Ray? Oh, you trying to type in the website?
Yeah, he's trying to get it on there real quick.
They can't see that though.
Now he's just trying to see. He's just
Right
trying.
there.
Yeah, he's
No,
just
we
trying
can
to see
see
it
it.
for himself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so man, thanks guys for coming by, man. I know that went pretty long and shit, yo.
It's all right.
But
Had a
nah,
good
but
time.
it's cool. I'm good with it too, man. I like the long episodes and shit.
Yeah, because I mean, like
Where you get to the nitty gritty.
yeah, like especially like when people are able to.
I want to get
No.
to nitty gritty.
Nah, don't
We're
ask
done.
no more questions,
We're
No,
man.
he was like, "Don't do it, yo."
Nah, man, that's it. Nah. Because you took over my show too long already, yo. So,
You gotta get him back on his podcast.
yeah, I know, right? So at the end of the day, man, check out Juicy Game Night. If there, you guys travel though, right?
Yeah, we travel like 2-3 times a year. I think that's just.
And
about
what's
it.
your major places that you go? Just so
We
in
try
case.
to go a little bit more, but
Yeah, right now, like this weekend, I'm going over to a tournament called East Coast Throwdown that's hosted in Connecticut.
Okay.
It used to be hosted in New Jersey, but they transferred over to a bigger venue in Stanford,
Connecticut.
Connecticut. Yeah, the
Okay.
Hilton Stanford. I'll be there this weekend. The one that we mainly try to go to is called Combo Breaker. That's hosted up at the.
Oh yeah, combo breaker.
Mhm.
That's my shit right there.
Yep, that one's hosted in Chicago. Every Memorial Day weekend, we're out there.
All right, cool.
Yeah, and then CEO, which is the largest one in Florida. We actually are one of the largest.
our team comes.
Yeah, our team is like half
Top,
of
you
that
got
staff.
them in
Yeah,
there.
and that one it used to be hosted in Daytona. I can't release too many details about it, but I can say for sure that it will be back in Orlando.
Cool. So you'll be in town for those who watch here in town, and those 4 who are up north. Connecticut, you said Stanford, Connecticut.
Yeah, I'll be up there.
You
I'll be
got
up there
it.
this weekend.
So go check them out, man. Go show them love for coming here to show us love here in MELLO-ROOM and all that. I just want Ray to go ahead and. Did you put up the website for them on the screen? So just for a couple of seconds, so that the people watching can see that shit.
Yeah.
Have you? I can't see.
Check us out on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter,
Juicy Game
Facebook,
Night.
Oh, yeah,
Instagram,
Twitter,
Facebook.
Twitter,
Twitch,
Instagram, Twitch, Juicy, all that shit, right?
Sometimes we're funny.
Juicy, dude.
Yeah.
We also sometimes spell things wrong. But that's
You
not
guys
our
do
fault.
like videos too, or is just all games?
Yeah, no, the live.
Those are awesome.
Are you talking about like for like live videos like this?
No, I mean just in general, like you just do live videos for your own personal gain, or just at the gaming area.
Some of us do it for on our personal time. We just try to the time as much to do it personally
Yeah,
anymore.
when you start working, you can't do shit, man. Trust me.
When you're giving out the tournament, you can't play the game.
Yeah, when your feet on the ground, man, that's all you are, man. It's hard to do what you like and shit.
Yeah,
but it's cool that you stay focused and keep pushing. Through
exactly, because like we're just trying to capitalize on the momentum that we've been able to ride on for these past few years, and it's been crazy to see like how much the community's been able to give back to us in terms of the energy.
Cool, that's what's up, man. Definitely, yo. So next time, you guys, I'll definitely have some merch for you. This guy, he just dropped off some personal stuff, so I can do some advertisement and shit.
Yeah,
I
no
would love
problem.
to throw you guys a shirt, but I can't.
No, like
we'll pay for them.
I can't even see ones. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I gotta wait. I've just started the line, so these are my test runs.
no problem.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll be beta test. We don't care. We'll do that.
We'll wrap it.
I'm definitely gonna get some for you guys though.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep in touch. Ray got all your information and shit.
Let us know what you want on there.
On there?
Yeah.
I like that snapback. I like that fucking
there's
white and
different-
gray one right there.
I put 5 different color options.
I see the colors, but I
the
actually
color
like
options
the
on
gray, that gray one.
I don't know. I think you'll like the black
Click
and
the
gray
color
mainly.
options
Trust
on
me
that
on that one.
snapback.
I think you might like the black.
Oh, that's black and gray.
You'll see.
On
Look
the
on your screen.
computer.
Click on.
Add a
Click
girl.
on. Click on the third option
Come
for
on,
me.
Ray.
I can see that. Yeah,
Like right under the snap. Right under the snap. No, none of this.
the
Go
hat.
back. Click
The
back.
hat.
Click
The
back.
hat. The middle picture.
I bet you clicked the wrong one.
Oh,
All right. So, nope. I got you. I got it. Hold on one second. Mind if I come up there, Ray? Am I cool? All right.
What the fuck is going on? I do, but I literally hit back, and that's what happened.
Don't worry, watch your fingers. I don't want you to get.
Watch the claw.
So yeah, if you look on the screen, man, you'll see where you can go check out what we're looking at here on our screen. Ray is handy.
Ooh.
He's one hand capped.
That grayscale.
Oh, it's like the same thing, but yeah, I like that
That's
too.
tight.
I like that too. Yeah.
Is that a purple and yellow one I see?
Oh no, I got one yellow and then one purple.
I'm not into purple yellow type shit.
Well,
Really.
those are the colors.
Yeah. That's
Yo, that-
Purple and
oh,
yellow.
that's what your juicy colors
Yo,
are.
that right there would look dope with the black MELLO-ROOM shirt and the green joint.
Nah, I'm not into purple stuff like
You
that.
don't want to be a walking billboard, Ray.
Yeah. Nah, I support more local clothing. I don't like to. We're trying to change that status, yo, of people wearing, super expensive clothing but won't buy a $20 T-shirt from me or you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's corny. That you rather wear some dude that you'll never meet, you'll never talk to and shit. You're gonna spend $60-$70 on a T-shirt.
Support the hometown. Support
Exactly. Yeah, we reach all the way out to like Coney Island and everything.
Really?
Yeah, so we got people
man.
up there that we're gonna bring some of their gear on here too, man. That they got.
Get it done.
Yeah. This like Uzi said in the beginning, man. We do this for you guys, basically. We know we're not a big, huge podcast like reaching out to millions of people, but it's an outlet. And the promotion like that, I'm giving free promotion. So it's like, an outlet like that is just there for you to use. And that's what I'm here for. We're more into the music side. If you see in the studio, then we got the booth and shit, you know what I'm saying?
See, here's the thing, Lucas. We do the same exact thing for people. Like that's the same concept that we grew up on too. Like when it came to establishing this, because we believe that everybody should have an opportunity to be able to demonstrate and showcase who they are and what their product is that they're giving. And so that's how business works. So like this is what it's about. Now I can be like, all right, cool. Like send me your logo. I put it on the stream. I can put it on the stream like as an advertisement when your next show is, or like for the next podcast. Put the stream link on there, link people, and and just like that, problem solved. People can subscribe and come through.
Right with us.
That's it.
Yeah, no doubt, man. We can talk about logistics and stuff like that later on. Like I like to sit down and talk business on a personal thing, like when we're not, like when I'm not fucking been smoking all day and fucking, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's fair.
I keep things professional outside of that, you know what I'm saying? So we definitely get together and work something out because I'm trying to reach, like I said, I'm trying to build a community with all this. The name of the group or the people you see, Ooze, me, him, and we have an engineer. It's the coalition. You know what I'm saying? And if you know the definition of coalition is basically it was like a group of people who get together to, you know, overrule and overmake things happen.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to build out here in Central Florida because there's a big thing about people not helping each other out here. It's weird. It's just like a secret hate. It's like when even your friends see you doing your thing and they, you know, like it's video games. I'm pretty sure you have friends that be like, fuck all you do is waste time and play video games. And some people probably got like 3 kids and they fucking sad and you still playing video games. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad to say it like that, but you know,
but that's the
it's
truth.
that secret hate that why, even though you chose not to go with me, you could at least help me push this faster.
Right.
And I'm on my.
You could have at least been like, hey, I'm doing this over here.
I'm pretty sure at some time in your life you ran across some dude was like, he was, you know, I think like this weird and shit like. Somebody comes across somebody and they be like, yo, I'm looking for a person that does exactly what you do. And you know the nigga, but you're just like, yeah, that's crazy, man. I used to do that, but I don't know nobody and shit. I feel like people do that shit. You know what I mean? And it sucks for that, but I don't want to be that type of person.
You mind if I give you a story?
Yeah,
on that
real quick,
topic?
we could do that shit before we get out. We'll end it on the story.
All right, sure. In college, okay?
Right.
Alex and I started a gaming club. Well, Alex passed over the torch to me for the gaming club that was over at this college.
Right.
I had over 700. I had over 700 members in that.
Damn.
That's
a good amount of people.
That's nearly 10%. That was nearly.
Did you know them all personally?
Did
you know them all personally?
What's up now?
Did you know them all personally?
No, most of them, yeah.
Nah,
yeah, no, straight up though. Like, and that's nearly 10%. That was nearly 10% of the population on that campus alone, right? I was only given $500 for the budget for the entire year.
Valencia.
That's crazy.
Okay, so after
it's all about social media is crazy. I be telling these motherfuckers over here. I'm like, yo, if we utilize this social media correctly, in a moment's time, we could be from here to be like.
But they'd never like. Here's that like based off of what you said, right? Like it was almost like a secret hatred, like because of the fact that people did not educate themselves to the point where they're like, oh well, like what's the point of video games? Like why is this beneficial for students and stuff like that? And that was their justification for giving us $500 for an entire year for 700.
The military started using it in about 2004, 2003.
Mm-hmm.
They understood the significance and.
Well, yeah, of course, but that's what I'm saying. Like for their argument, though, like because their point was the point that they were trying to get across was how it aligns with their mission, and I'm like, it should align with your mission because of the fact that people like kids are actively participating in an experience that they won't ever be able to forget.
No, they won't.
Exactly, like
it's teaching them something,
and at the same time, though, right? Like because of that. Like shortly afterward, I had to step down because of health issues, and shortly after that, the club was disbanded. Right, it was literally this year, earlier in the year, the same person that was sending me the email saying, "Oh well, like we don't see how this should justify this much money," they were willing to throw me over $3,000 to be able to run an event, and they didn't even know it was me that made the company. He asked
probably like you know what
he asked
I know how that you know I know that gotta feel inside. He was on the phone like, hey yeah, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he asked one of my staff members about it, and I was like, no, like there's no reason for me to like. For example, why would I go and play by their rules when I could just do my own do it myself and then have people play in an even more enjoyable environment where I can bring items that they can enjoy and have a nice environment where they can come through as well. Because then at that point, right, like you're just doing it out of spite to save face.
Yeah, definitely.
And you got to see through that. Yeah,
and then that's what brings us to where like I said, it feels good. It kind of feels good when you know they secret hate and you persevered and look what happens.
Exactly.
You run into a situation where now a person doesn't even know that they're calling you. They're just calling off a recommendation. And then you pick up the phone And they're like, Juicy,
What's up,
is
player?
that you? You know what I'm saying? You're like, yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
For real.
Send that email with my signature on it. I bet.
Yeah, that's
You
crazy.
know?
That's dope. You know, that's good to see, man. I see that as progress and shit, man.
For sure.
I'm glad we had you guys on for the first episode.
I'm
man.
glad you had
It
us.
just goes to into what I talk about, man, the positivity and shit. I be drilling that shit in Ray's head because, man, everybody got fucking obstacles and shit. Just gotta overcome them motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is MELLO-ROOM, man. Thank you guys for coming, man. I told you, Josh,
Got it.
and
Almost. He's got it. He's
almost.
You got
No, I'm
Forrest?
just playing.
He got Forrest.
Harris.
Eris or AJ. Either one
It
works.
was Eris Whitaker.
Mhm.
Okay,
That's
cool,
me,
man.
yep.
Thank you, man. I told you.
So you got the last name. I don't even remember telling you. Oh, yeah, I did say it on the
did
intro.
say it. I even
yeah,
asked
got
you
the
about
That
the
was
whole.
with 2 T's, not one.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
yeah,
Yo, these guys are getting it.
Yeah, I remember that part.
Yeah.
It was more relevant. No,
It's all
fucking
good.
with
It's all.
so we can keep this functioning. Well, nah, so he can keep his life functioning. But thanks for Eris for stopping by, man, dropping the merch off. I'm gonna model these shits. I'm gonna post pictures. Next episode, I'm gonna have probably some way to so you
You're actually
can.
wearing a shirt.
I'm saying no. I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna model them. Like I'm gonna take them in sceneries and shit. Like you know what I'm saying. And
Oh, so
pose it.
you just gonna look gorgeous, is what you saying?
Well, this man's
I
already
think I
looking
think I can
gorgeous.
do the
Oh, yeah.
modeling shit. Yep.
He's been like, yo, I didn't take those pictures for 8 months because I was trying to grow a jury curl.
Yeah.
I wish I could grow. I wish I could grow a damn Jerry curl. What the hell?
Yeah. You know,
I look
whatever.
like a deformed chia pet over in this goddamn.
Look like a
It's whatever, man. We have what we have,
dusty
yo.
milk dud, bro.
Hell yeah, dude! I was left in the box for too long, dog.
Don't worry, yo. Just think about this. Like 50 years from now, he gonna have the same hairstyle you got.
Oh, I hope so. I can't wait for when that
Yeah, let him know. Let him know.
When that day-
Let him know.
when that day come. I'm gonna make sure his hairline look like Rainbow Road on Mario
Look,
Kart.
yo, my hair used to be longer than that.
Word? Oh dang, you had that majestic
Of course,
ass
look at
line.
his forehead.
Hey, look, it be like that though.
Yeah,
what?
but you know, just for
He
me,
was pulling that shit back.
for me though,
Oh, like
I caught it
that.
just in time. You know, like I woke up one morning and I was just like, what the hell? I was like,
It's time.
But that was only 6 years ago. My hair's been long pretty much my whole life. Like this long, half of my life. So I know about the long hair. Long hair don't care.
Remember, I said at the job that the beard that you guys saw was 4 months old. Look, I'm 2 months in already. I don't know if y'all believe me.
He's just a weirdo.
I'll fucking grow a beard.
He's a
All right,
mutant.
so yo,
He's a
MELLO-ROOM, man. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Those who are still watching, those who stopped watching, I don't give a fuck anyway. Big Ooze Sports segment, Studio 1025. Fucking.